Okay, now we're good. OBS forgot what my default microphone is for a hot second.
Oh no!
But now it's remembered. I told it like, oh, use this one. And then it was like, oh, okay, thank you, Doug, for reminding me. And that was that.
Mine always goes after the webcams. And it's like, why are you've got this wonderful microphone here with great fidelity, but you want to go after the crappiest microphone that's on the system.
It doesn't know what to do. It's just so excited. It sees the first microphone, says, this is the one.
This is it. Even though I have one and I'm using it right now, I'm going to switch to this one.
It's on a high priority USB port because clearly they're numbered and ordered. Well, I don't know how computers work. I just use them.
It's on a low chain of USBs that comes out because it's the last thing on the port.
Well, that's not what it thinks and sees and bases its life upon.
That's true.
But enough nonsense. It's time for us to begin. Pathfinder. We have not.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm here.
Welcome, Bork. So we have been in this business of finding paths for a while, and then we took a month break because I got sick twice, and then Melos was away that one time, but
Or 2 or 3.
2 times.
yeah, I'm. What can I say? I'm a hypochondriac. I'm gonna be sick always.
Oh, no.
One of these days, I
Is this spore music?
Is what?
It is music from Spore.
Spore?
Is it not?
No, it isn't. I don't think it is. I'm almost certain it isn't. Could be, but I don't think it is. So it's been over a month since we last convened to tell stories and play games. So I believe a little recap is in order.
Yes.
All right. So, things were going on here in Nova Arcana Academia. Namely, all of you had returned after travels back and forth all throughout the place. You had recently helped Professor Pitacos with a tower down in Celebron, where you solved the puzzle, sort of, and exorcised the Eldritch Musician Ghost. And then got some money and went back to the academy. Thereupon, lots of things were dropped on you, as in new priorities and jobs and things you get to do. You were told a bunch of things, so let's get some of them, not in any particular order, because I don't remember the order, but things were told. First, Melding Gundhr, everyone's favorite, is back in action. You know who that is, of course.
Let's pretend.
Yeah, let's pretend then. You know exactly who that is. Melding Gundhr is back in action and ready to take on piloting duties whenever you need to take the Wyrm for a flight.
Yep.
If you need a pilot, instead of letting poor Knick-Knack do all of the things. But also, he can pilot the ship whilst y'all are doing whatever else. But also, he is sort of an official envoy from the academy. Whenever you get to any settled city in Solfak, and so long as he is with you, he has special permits and other things. He can fetch mages in those towns and have them refuel the ship.
Well, that's useful.
You don't want to do the whole debacle where you try to refuel the ship by yourselves again.
It was a bit slow.
Who said I don't
About
want to
blow it
do
up.
it? Let's repeat it. Huzzah.
So
Not
that,
like
Let's
we have
renew our
exams.
suffering.
Yes. I would like to resubscribe.
Next up, you were also told about um, two new titans that have been found and you need to deal with. One is northeast of Denshal. It's at Mount Foribon. It's a healing titan, or so they say. And they want you to go over there and figure it out. But they also said that there's a titan far north, or rather northwest, north and to the left of Kuppelberg, at the border between the kingdom of Solfak and the kingdom of Lignia. The the deal with the titan over there is that apparently people who go wandering the woods and the bogs are getting petrified. And that's no bueno, so they need that titan dealt with. Afterwards, you were also told by none other than what's her face? Oda Ridum, a half orc lady who's the quartermaster of the academy itself. She is the head of the department of logistics, and she said that she's very eager to help you all in your endeavors. If you need any kind of equipment or item procured, you should just let her know, and she would procure it for you, and then tell you the price at the end. And even if it's rare, she would try and procure at the far reaches, and it would be available eventually, depending on how rare it is. Um, other than that, she also asked you all to figure out these the ley line, map them out to help the the academy and the logistics and the whole flying ship endeavor.
Yep, because the more that we stick to it, the less fuel we use.
Precisely. Professor Jurgenod also, or whoever else was it? Don't think it was Jurgenod. No, it was Professor Pitakos. He also asked you to figure out what the absolute heck is up with those towers that you all keep finding, and well, they're just spread all over the place. There must be a reason and a meaning to them, so figuring that out would be good. Uh, Next up, you were also approached by um, Professor Bronislav, who wanted to have a talk with you and air around some suspicions, and after that, you went over and did things. Uh, you talked to your classmates, did some researching and just walking around campus trying to figure stuff out, and eventually you did. At the very end of that game, you talked to Professor Jurgonod, where he revealed everything. Namely, he is Durg.
Yep. It's those inlaid gold discs that gave him away.
Yep. So, he revealed in the end that he is a dragon, and he has always been a dragon, and so is Elder Watcher, and you both of them knew you before you lost your memories, and you used to work together. And then you had a epiphany that, oh boy, we really need to talk more with them about that. So you all sneakily set up a meeting because both of them seemed ridiculously interested in going along with you to deal with the wyverns. Then you went over there, dealt with the wyverns, but before that you met with Jurgonad and Elder Watcher at the tower going up to that place where you also met with Lady Castenbone. And after that, a lot of revelations were done. Namely, Elder Watcher and or Zoldur, I believe his name is, and Lady Castenbone are married. Ooh.
Ugh!
But also,
Oh. Oh.
but also apparently it was Professor Jurgenod, whilst a dragon, who caused you to lose your memories. He seemed to have done something to you to steal it away. And then,
Yep.
Something
Didn't we-
arisen.
And didn't we also discover that the Elder Watcher's claw is the mark that's on our chests?
I think that was the professor's claw.
Yes.
Jurgenod claw, or rather the claw mark on your chest seems to have been left there by Professor Jurgenod. Yeah. Then you climbed up the hill with the other watcher, with Gundhr. For a reason I don't particularly remember, you chose to go along with him. Oh yes, he threatened everything and everyone you hold dear. And
Yes.
Professor Jurgenod decided to stay back, lest he endangers things and people. Then you went over there, fought the wyverns by yourself. After you defeated the wyverns, he started doing the ritual for you to channel all of those, those Titan souls that you have been accumulating, and coalesce it into a new power. And of course, he, being part of the ritual, also took some of that power for himself. The hungry bastard. Now, after doing that, I had you all roll a dice to see if the ritual would be half botched and a demon would show up and you would have to fight it, but you
Wait,
didn't.
what?
I
But
told
it
you that.
didn't.
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah.
I did.
He
Yes,
did
he did.
mention the devils.
Yes, something like
Did
that.
the devil show up yet?
No,
Not yet.
because we didn't fail.
Yeah, you didn't fail
Someone-
the roll.
Someone's horny
Yes.
for the devil.
Or
The
We
the
already
devil is
have
horny
one
for
in our
you.
party. Yeah, right, Sonar? Not Sonar.
Sorry, wrong character. Hello.
Wrong,
Yes.
wrong campaign.
Yes.
Wow.
wrong
I've been
system.
thinking of werewolves lately. I don't know why.
Ooh.
Hmm.
But the devil didn't show up yet, and then you proceeded with the ritual, whereupon you learned that, well, what you can actually do with all of these Titan souls that you have been accumulating over since whenever. So, I believe that in the month between our last game and this game right now, you had all decided that Device would be the one getting a power, and the power.
Wow.
we
More like
rolled
the
for
dice
it.
decided that.
We rolled for it, and the dice decided that Vice would be getting the power, and the power you chose is the power.
It's a friendship.
Yeah.
The power of friendship. Everyone likes you.
No. Our girlfriend doesn't like me because I keep kill stealing.
So the power you got was I believe was the magical reserve, right? To get an extra spell slot per day or something.
Yes, that's... Well, there were probably other good options, but that option is good too, so I chose that one.
Alright. So I modified it a little bit because I realized how BS that is. So once per day, as an action, you can attempt a flat check to recover one spell slot you have expended. The DC is 5 instead of 15, plus the level of the spell slot you want to recover.
That's fair.
So if you want to recover a first level spell, it's going to be a DC 6. So you just roll d20, add absolutely nothing to it, and if you roll 6 or higher, you get your first level spell slot back. And same thing with second level spell slots, third and fourth, and that's it. Because you're Magus, you don't get high level spells.
I do.
He does get high level spells, he just doesn't get a lot of them.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right. I forgot.
That's
Yeah,
why I need
this-
this feature.
The half caster doesn't exist anymore, apparently.
I forgot.
That's why I need this feature. I want to cast through my sword.
So that was that. So Vise, you got this power after the whole ritual was complete. And once the ritual was complete, all of the arcane winds surrounding all 4 or 5 of you, and Zoldur as well, all of those arcane winds dissipated, and everything calmed down. After which point, when everything calms down and you look around yourselves, all of those little figments of magic that you were seeing spinning around, they're gone. And gone to such a degree that you even feel slightly empty to, in a certain way. You feel like something has been taken away, but not something incredibly essential. You just feel like lighter, like you've been wearing heavy boots all day and then you take them off and your legs just feel so light. That kind of lightness you feel to yourselves. And it is, as a matter of fact, all of the Titan spirits, souls, essence that you have been accumulating have now been lifted and transferred to Vice in the manner of
Yay!
a power.
You're not. Never mind. I will not make this joke.
Do not do it.
I did not even see where the joke was going to, but
Titan essence ejaculated onto ice. Yes.
oh no.
And they're all feeling empty now.
Titans are stored in the ball. What?
Titans are stored in the balls.
I got some in my mouth.
So, as it happens, you all together had 30 essence points, so to speak. You have chosen to do this thing now. You coalesced some of that into a power for Vice. So now, as a whole, the party has 15 points left. But this specific place of power where you're at has been disabled for that purpose. So if you want to do the ritual again and do the power and the shenanigans again, you need to go to another place of power. With
Yeah, and you said on the map, because it's gray now, that we can't come back to here to do that.
so you need to go to another place of power with Jurgenad or Elder Watcher, Zoldur, that is, and have them perform the ritual. Simple as that.
Can we not perform it since we saw it done now?
Do you want to attempt a DC 25 Arcana check to see if you can learn it?
I do.
What happens
Sure.
if you fail?
You don't learn it.
Yeah.
Ah,
What happens if we succeed?
no kaboom. Oh.
So this is 26.
There you go.
You said 25?
I did say 25, foolishly.
Foolishly, I
Watch
chose
your
an
words have
entirely.
consequences.
I tragically chose a number that had only a 25% chance of happening.
And yet it did. So, Vice, against all odds, you think you have gathered the essentials of the spell, the ritual rather. It is something.
Another essence I gathered.
It is something. It is something you have to look a little bit further into, but you think you have the essentials to do it. I'll just go ahead and say this: you can now perform this ritual if you want, but the DC to accidentally summon a demon is much lower now. So
Don't motivate him. He was already going to do it.
Demons?
yeah,
You're just motivated. Experience!
which is to
And
say.
fire-
Up it.
Which is to say that while you are completing the ritual, which takes a minute or 10 turns, if you fail, a demon shows up and you have to be protected by your party mates until the ritual is complete.
The demon
Sounds
did
fun.
show up in the end.
But yeah, congratulations, you can do that
The
now.
real demon were friends we brought along the way.
Because they're greedy and they want all the incense.
Well, it's not necessarily a demon, it's just a... Well, you don't know exactly what it is. It's...
We haven't encountered it.
I'm just saying demon because
Something unpleasant.
something unpleasant. I don't want to say the actual word because spoilers, but bad
Cost me.
things. So let me write
Ice
that
methods show up.
Oh no, the IRS. Oh no.
Or the IRS shows up.
I like that. Yes. I approve.
down. So you learned a ritual. Congrats. And the arcane winds die down. Yurgonauts is still like sort of in the distance watching, kind of cautiously trying not to aggravate Elder Watcher. As all of you now are in a field, which just moments ago was a ridiculous battlefield where you fought wyverns and there's just exploded wyvern eggs all over the place.
Pew, 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 pew.
So Zoldur turns to all four of you, and you can. He is smiling awfully broadly. You can tell that he's energized by this ritual, but also he looks a tiny bit smug. You have done well.
Yeah, but now you need to make sure that the 100th soul that you absorb needs to be a witch soul, otherwise you lose all of them or something.
I'm sorry, Knick-Knack, but you speak in such an unintelligible manner, which is not in the least dramatic or sensical, so I'm going to choose to ignore whichever you have said. As for the rest of you, I feel some animosity between you and I,
Yeah.
so I am
Oh,
going
shit.
to motivate you to keep on my good side and work with me furthermore.
Do we want to work with you when you admitted wanting to fuck us over by killing the detective and stuff?
No, let him speak. I wanted to see
And
what
the
sort of... what he thinks that we want.
Mm.
Well, I would think you want your stuff back. All of your equipment, your gold, all of those things you lost, along with your memory, your...
Of course you stole it all.
Well, I didn't steal it all. What do you think of me, a petty little thief? I'm more than
Yes.
that.
Yes, precisely this.
I didn't steal anything. You stole it yourselves away. And you stored it in a place that I happen to know where it is. And if you take me to yet another place of power and we perform this ritual again, I might just reveal you where that place is. That's so you can go and recover all of your lost little baubles.
That sounds like extortion to me.
Well, it is not
It was-
extortion. It is your memories that were taken by that fellow right there. And he points at Professor Yurgonod, watching you all from afar.
You know, he did it for a reason, and until I find out what that reason is, I'm happy the way that I am.
In poverty.
I'm not in poverty, thank you very much.
You are...
But you used to own clothes made of gold.
You are in relative
You know
poverty
how-
compared to the kind of equipment and materials you all used to haul around back then.
And yet
But
we're
compared
still
to
doing
the-
well.
But compared to the memories we have, we're pretty well off.
Yeah.
Very well, suit yourselves then. Just keep in mind if you want me to tell you where your stuff is and how to get to it. Just do me one more favor and take me along on a nice little stroll around the fields the next time you go to a place of power. And then he just turns around and starts walking away, leaving you all behind.
I'm going to head back over to Professor Yurganov and see, are you okay?
Yeah, I think
I'm going to file a petition to rename him into Yurganov because that's what Matt is saying all the time.
Yep. He's delicious.
All right.
Beef Yurganov.
One of these days.
Yurganov.
Yogurt.
Yes, yogurt.
Yogurt.
That's his nickname now.
You walk back
Yeah,
to
I've learned to have low expectations on players actually remembering character names.
Yes.
You walk back to Professor Derry, and he is there just with his arms crossed, just watching you all. But as you start walking towards him, he seems to relax and just looks at you all, seeing how, well, kind of battered up you are from your recent battle, and then looks at you, Vice. So, the ritual was successful then?
I guess, I don't know. How would you truly know if it is or not?
Well, you should feel a new latent power within you. Overall, stronger. That is how you would know.
I feel full.
What a coincidence. I feel that. No, not saying that.
Sorry? Real life?
He just kind of nods at you and then thinks for a moment. Well, I'm sure that Zoldur will try and find another way of motivating you to keep working with him. But for now, I suppose we ought to return to the academy.
I mean, maybe you could tell us more about him, so it would not happen, because at least he's telling us something, and he does but his way of being cryptic is just annoying, because it's just his way to try to sell us, to try to seduce us to work with him, because if you go with me, you'll know everything. I don't know. I don't like him. I thought I started liking him, but then he became an asshole again, and I decided that no.
Yeah, he did kind of go from being mysterious and dubiously on our side to straight up, yeah, I'm not even going to not pretend to be an asshole.
I think it's his choice in wife. That's got to rub off on him.
Or the other way around, honestly.
So, Professor, why did you take our memories?
I presume it was to stop us from just continuing the ritual.
Yes, to stop us from doing the same thing we did try to him. We did try to kill him for some reason.
We came full circle, another ritual.
You all did try and almost succeeded at killing both me and Zoldur. And I had no recourse.
Maybe if you just escaped, Zoldur would be dead by now.
I understand your point of view in that, and I also understand your distaste and dislike for him, but...
Well, only thing I want to know, really, because you're not going to answer it, don't you? The only thing I want to know is, were we so much different back in the Zen to what we are now? Because that would at least answer me something. How differently are we?
You had a glimmer of ambition in your eyes. All of you came to the academy and you all seemed to have a hunger within you all, a will and a want to take everything and rule the world. The kind of ambition you don't see often, or rather, you do see often, but you don't see it coupled with the ability to actually follow through with that ambition. And you had both of that. I imagine that, well, living the lives you have led, and then learning about the academy and being called upon to study here, you were seduced by the possibility of near limitless power. And that glimmer, that shine in your eyes.
It does just feel a bit of a stretch that was apparently all within a year.
It does, doesn't it?
You say that, but the power you have just acquired now, Vice, is the kind of power that some people spend decades trying to attain. And you've done that within, well, moments.
I've gained one additional spell slot. Time to rule the world.
Get that feat again three more times, and then you have too many spell slots. I do not admit to this lightly. I am a dragon. There is very few things in this world that I know can be a threat to me and my kind, few as we are. But at some point that shine, that glimmer in your eyes, is shown too brightly, to the point where even I was afraid for my kind. You may have qualms about Zoldur, and honestly so have I. But we dragons are few. I cannot afford to see more of us lose our lives. I imagine you would feel differently towards this situation if you happen to be perhaps the last 10 of your race.
I could see that.
So, even
Basically, you
though
did it because you were scared we were going to exterminate the dragons, because your kind obtained Titan power and we go after you to gain more power. That makes sense.
no matter how much I disagree with Zoldur's way of thinking, he's a dragon, and, well, him and I both have lived for 1,000 years. I think it might be naive of me to think so, but you never know. Maybe within a more 1,000 years I could convince him otherwise.
Is Lady Castenbaum a dragon too?
No, she's just elven nobility.
Ah, elven.
I don't know whether or not she knows about Zoldur.
She seems the kind that would have him skinned if she knew.
If she does not know, then Zoldur plays a dangerous game. But if she does know, then she's, well,
They're those kind of people who would be in a marriage to gain power from each other, honestly. I'm not surprised if they both use each other in that marriage.
exactly. In any case, the custom bones are wreathed in secrecy. The kind that not even I can pierce. So,
Now, if I would be married to a dragon, I would use him for something, and then I look at the professor and I wink.
all
I
right.
had to.
All right, calm down.
Really? We're going with
I
that
don't
right now?
understand. What you're doing?
Is this your way of asking me to roll to seduce the dragon, Regis?
Sure,
Oh,
why not?
no.
Oh no, it's happening. Quickly, use all 5 of your charisma.
I didn't know
I'm
you
going
were
to roll a natural one. Just for this, what is it? Society performance?
This would be diplomacy, I believe, but also make it a secret check, please.
Just tell me if I'm going to use hero point on.
All right.
Is it blind jam or roll or private?
Blind
Blind.
gem.
Here you go.
Give me your delicious. Yeah, you might want to use a hero point on that. So roll again.
Death by dragon, snoo. Oh no.
All right. So let me just look at his character sheet again, real quick.
He died the way he lived, crushing on dragons.
That's you.
That sounds like you, Kobold. I'm sorry.
What? Nah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Turns out that Magusi wasn't dragon proof. Whoops, he's dead.
Professor Yurgonod just looks at you, Vise, and you see his hobgoblin face kind of furrowing a little bit, and he cocks his head ever so slightly, but doesn't seem to give any other indication on whether or not it hit, it didn't hit, if it's just ignoring you or what happened.
Oh, now he's playing hard to get, I see.
But you know for certain that he has heard it. He definitely did have a reaction to that. But Professor Yurgonad keeps on saying the things that Zoldor is telling you, or, well, all of the information he has been giving you all along, he is imprudent and impatient. He just wants things to happen. I prefer to take a more slow and careful approach with you, especially seeing what you have been in the past. I apologize for deceiving you all along. And yet, I hope you understand the need.
So, in short, sorry, not sorry.
I am sorry that I did not trust you. But you have to understand I did trust you once, and that trust almost cost me and Zoldor both of our lives.
That's sort of the point I'm making, is you're sorry that you didn't trust us, but you're not sorry that you were... You're not sorry for why you didn't trust us. Because, rightly, you probably shouldn't have been.
Knick-knack, I am trying to be diplomatic. You do not have to spell it out.
Okay, fine.
Oh, I need it spelled out. Thank you. Keep going.
I'll just sit over here.
Nonetheless, I do understand if you choose not to keep pursuing your education at the academy, or if you choose to work with Zoldor or decide to do
Oh
anything
no,
else.
fuck him. I'm not going to work with him. He's
Alright.
just going to use it until he doesn't see his feet, and then he's going to come up with some plan to get rid of us, because I mean, Stefan, he was putting the stick in the wheels before, and he will be still doing that, no matter if you help him or not. Or he won't do that until he sees boards.
Yeah, and it's just not right to put the other students in jeopardy. I mean, they have no part in any of this, and threatening them that I can't abide by that.
Well, so long as the students are within the academy, that is my realm, and Zoldor has no power there.
Are you going to lock up the academy and don't allow the students out on weekends now because of Zildor might be doing something?
I will definitely caution the students should be careful whenever out and about, but
don't you think that Zildor has someone inside the academy working for him, looking after you?
No.
A professor that doesn't do his stuff and just likes to watch how people fight.
Believe me, Higgle is many things, but he is not a spy or a traitor.
Well, there is probably one, a spy at least. It does just make sense because, well, wouldn't you want to look after your most hated enemy and know what they're doing, considering how close you are to each other every time?
Well, he has made it clear that he has eyes everywhere, so I would not be surprised.
Well, that's exactly why too.
The only person in the academy that I don't know particularly well
Branislav?
It's Claire.
Oh no.
are some of the students, and right you are, Professor Branislav.
He's new, and he seems to be like a neutral guy. He seems like he has his own stuff. That's how
Nonetheless,
it seems to me.
he is an envoy from the halls in Lignia, and, well, being the diplomatic nation that we are welcoming him here. But I do not know whether or not he is a spy for Zoldor.
If he would be a spy, up, like I just don't see them working.
Yeah, he'd more just be a spy for whoever else, if anything.
If he's a spy at all.
Yeah, I mean...
He seems like a guy who just has his own agenda on.
Well,
And while he can spy on people, he's just going to do that of his own interest.
I have my own suspicions about him. He is a very powerful arcanist, and it's ever so faint, but there is a stench of dragon about him. And I do not know.
I will behave.
I will not say where I think that stand come from.
Yeah, it's same.
Well,
You guys are impossible.
Sorry.
to be fair, three of us actually know where it comes from.
Yep.
As much as Melos is, and I think Regis is
What
having
do
fun
you
with
mean? We don't know, Kobold.
Yeah, you're all in the dark. Shush.
that. Yeah, I know.
Professor, you're gonna just...
I don't read Doug's other works. I mean, what?
Oh no, it comes out. The secret. Professor Yugonot, then he just ponders for a while about what else to say, but he feels it, you all feel it, there's very little else to be said about the situation as a whole, so he just kinda nods mostly to himself than for you all, and turns around and starts walking down the hill, back towards the academy.
Yep. I follow him, I guess.
Well, I do, I guess.
Our business here is done, and there's no reasonable way we're going to kill all the wyverns on the mountain today.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we do, I'll need to swap some spells, that's for sure.
Yeah, we could get some rest first.
Alright. So, you walk all the way back down to the tower, and whereupon reaching the tower, you are, well, very unhappy to find that apparently either Zoldur or Lady Castenball, or both, or whoever, took the cart back to the academy. And
Oh, I'm sure. Yes.
the cart, the driver,
Left us out here.
none of
Time
that's
to
there
ride.
anymore.
Time to ride the dragon.
No.
Yeah, I think we could get away with it while we were in the mountains.
Yeah, by the time you get to the tower, you're in a road.
Yeah, and flying towards a city on a dragon is the least subtle thing in the world.
Yeah.
So at this point it's like 8-ish? No, not 8, it's like 6. 5, 6 in the evening. And... yeah, 5 in the evening, and Professor Yurgona just stops by the tower along with you all and says, well, we can keep on marching towards the school, or, well, you can camp here by the tower for the evening.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to camp.
It is a downhill trek back to the academy, but unless you wanna arrive at midnight, I don't know if you have any plans for tomorrow, but...
Probably should study because exams are soon. I doubt you will give us cheat sheets.
I will
Yep,
absolutely
one
do
week.
no such thing.
No, I would not ask for one.
I will, however,
I-
honor my end of the deal. Despite all that have happened, you have indeed slain the wyvern and taken me to the place of power, so I will waiver the monthly fee for the academy this month.
Yes.
And look at it a more positive way. At least we found out. Again, I presume that the other guy is chasing us and we don't want to be near him.
Well, yeah, we've also got less nagging feelings.
However, I do expect for the next month, or you all should have your payments for the monthly fee at the academy.
Never mind.
So, you all stop by the tower and start setting up camp, quote unquote camp, because you can just hunker down inside the tower if you wish.
Tower camp.
I mean, that seems a rational thing to do. It's got the huge fire pit, and it's going inside of it.
It is not going.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was going.
It is
No,
not
it's
going.
the other tower. Maybe we should try and switch it on.
Ah,
And
Not that we actually know what they're for.
so you start setting up placing down your bedrolls and whatnot around the tower, so you can inside, around, whichever, so you can get some rest going on. A nice little out day at the fields. And Professor Yugonaut, he doesn't seem to at any moment prepare himself in any way, shape, or form for this. He just kind of looks longingly into the distance for a little while, watching the sun go down as you set up camp. And once the sun does go down and it becomes evening time, he turns to you all and says, well, I hope You enjoy yourselves and have a good evening. I am returning.
Don't tell me you're going. If you're going to leave, maybe you'll just take us with you.
Not happening. But
So can we at least see you in dragon form?
No, we have to turn around.
He's shy.
he just
Can't do it in
smiles.
front of other people.
He just smiles and says, "I'll see you back at the academy." And then he takes a few steps away, and then you see, then and there, as Professor Juggernaut shape-shifts back into a red dragon. Massive, not as big as some of the history books tells, but still ridiculously big. And he just takes a leap off the floor, buffeting wind back at you all and kind of rumbling the ground a little bit as he takes off and starts flying into the night sky.
Before he leaves too far, I'll yell, "Next time we will discuss alternative ways to pay!" And I wink again.
Hey, you're stealing my bit.
And
Can I roll again?
We can see that the power is already going to his head.
Time to raise up the dragon, as
We
modern people
made a
say.
mistake giving him the points. I'm sorry.
I'll keep the same rule as before.
Here you go. Should I use a hero? Hero for
No, I'm
What are you
using
rolling for? I'm sorry.
to seduce the dragon again.
I'm going to spend
Hero
all my hero points of this session on something good.
No, I'm keeping this rule.
Alright.
Wait, I
And-
want to try too.
Oh no.
At least I'm a scaly. I have an excuse. I like.
Are gargoyles scalies?
No.
Better,
Yes.
closer than humans, I guess.
It depends.
I suppose. Well,
I mean,
humans-
it's debatable if they're even made out of rock when they're not in statue form.
and humans are more stretchy, so there's that. In any case, the dragon flies off into the night sky, and eventually it just becomes a little darkened shape in the sky that it's almost indistinguishable from a bird or something else. And off he goes.
He so could have taken us back.
Yep.
He good. He didn't want us riding any dragons.
Nope. But we'll make it there tomorrow.
I mean, you're ridiculously close. It's just a long walk, but
Yeah.
it's not like he's stranded during the mountains or anything.
No.
It's
no.
like a PE class for people who don't have it, aka the range, and I look at the old people because they don't go and work out and they keep themselves out of shape horribly, and I'm judging them.
You're moody today, huh? Wanna fight?
It must be that magical power that's going to his head.
Yeah, I think that spell slot grow into his brain. It's a tumor now.
I have
Bell
a tumor.
tumor. Bell tumor.
Mm-mm.
So you are lighting up the fire inside the towers, what I heard?
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't see why not. There's a perfectly good brazier.
So I wonder if
I
you
don't like that.
No, I wonder if you said that in that way specifically to have me pronounce it correctly. Because last time I said brazier, and you were like, "Whoa."
Brazers, yes. Their website.
Brazier.
Well, I mean, I specifically mispronounced it, so I mostly did it because it's funny.
Oh, okay. So you light up the flames in the big ass ground sconce, also called the
Ground sconce.
Yeah, called the brazier or what have you.
Brazier. You braise meat.
And the
And you braise breasts. Wait. Oh no.
once you light it up, you notice that the flames, while at first they're small and well, it takes a while to get the entire thing going in flames. Eventually, it does go up, but the fire, no matter how much it grows, it does not give off more heat. And you sense immediately that there's some magical shenanigery going on with this fire.
I wonder if it also looks like a symbol of Eagle Bath.
Is that what you be used to doing? Climbing up the haunted staircase to look at it from the top?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've dealt with this haunted staircase already.
You did. So climbing up the haunted staircase and looking down at the flames from the top, the stairs, you can also see that the flames, they do form the symbol, the sigil of Eagle Bath when seen from above.
You're so smart.
Well, it was more to prove one hypothesis over the other, so that was informative. Still don't know what it does besides give off light.
They do give off light, and these fires burn even with no like kindling going on, so
Perhaps we should connect the towers on the map and see if it draws a pattern. Maybe it's just a giant spell circle or something.
And then we'll turn the entire continent into Philosopher's Stones or something.
Oh no.
Yes, exactly. It's Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist!
Full Metal Alchemist. Well, we have that and that. Beautiful.
Yes.
So informative.
oh wow.
There's another one over here, I think. This episode is brought to you by the letter T.
Is that the letter T?
I don't know.
Loosely.
Letter T.
Oh my lord.
Certainly not any other
we
letter.
need to find more, I guess.
Yep. If you stand at the top of it and look around, do you unlock a fast travel point, maybe?
We
No, wait,
haven't
but then
checked that yet.
But then I have to jump down into a bundle of hay.
You gotta synchronize.
But I need to fix up Rusty here.
Is Rusty broken or is just damaged?
He is damaged.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I believe that you can like attempt repairs every 10 minutes, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to assume that he'll be fixed by tomorrow. It's just in character. I'm saying this is what I'm doing now.
Oh yeah, Nick Nack just finds a quiet corner in the tower and starts fixing Rusty. And no matter how hard you try and polish him, he's still rusty.
Oh no.
That rust will never go away.
That's part of the charm.
But yeah, all of you then close the door to the tower to stop the winds and whatnot from the outsides to get in, and set up your sleeping bags either in the tower floor the ground floor, or all the way atop the staircase in the room where you had found previously the the sky meteor thing, whose name I forgot, the Cosmore.
Ah, yes.
And there is a hole in the roof, but that's the least of your worries. You set up your sleeping bags, and I imagine all of you go off to Sleepy Town.
Mhm.
I thought that was over here.
Come again?
It was over this one, wasn't it?
No.
'Cause there were two towers.
Mhm.
The owlbears and the other one, but they were in close proximity to one another.
So this tower here is where you initially found the Cosmium, the Cosmore, that had fallen from the sky, and it was trapped on the ceiling of that room on the top floor. And that's all there is. It's an abandoned tower. The other
I
tower,
thought this was the ghost paintings.
yeah, this is the ghost paintings. The staircase was riddled with ghost paintings.
Yes, but we got rid of all of those.
I
The
didn't think
tower,
that those two towers were so close to each other.
the tower in Celebron in the south is where there were ghost paintings in the basement, and you solved the puzzle with them of the band and whatnot. And then you fought a ghost, and then the pyre came from underground on a mechanism and elevated to the ground floor, but there was no actual upper floor in this tower. And the one near Sak, where you found the owl bear, it had a dungeon on the ground, and on the top floor. There was a room, but the floor had collapsed, and you found a staff of something there.
It's off of fun times.
No, the staff of something.
Ah, my bad.
I remember.
Yeah, one of us
I
has
don't
the stick
remember
of something.
who took the staff, though?
I don't.
I do not have it.
I think you took it, but nobody could use it because the spell that he had was a fire spell that nobody knew, so you probably sold it.
Yeah, I
Probably.
think that we did.
Yeah, I suspect so.
If I recall correctly, that's what happened to it. Or you gave it to Talon. Either or.
We might have given it to Talon.
And yeah, that's it.
That
So
sounds too generous to be a player action.
it does, yeah.
Let us go to bed.
So I think you sold it. You go to bed. Sleepy's happen. All of you click the bed icon thingy. And you wake up early in the morning the following day. With
Yay!
all of your stuff recovered and everyone at full hit points, I imagine. There's no reason why it
Yep.
wouldn't be.
Not in Pathfinder 2nd edition, there isn't. Let me top up Rusty's hit points.
So you wake up, and are you just going back straight to the academy?
Yep. I don't think there's much else for us to do here.
Yep.
Alright, you walk downhill back towards the academy, and you arrive at lunch. Lunch-ish time. And lo and behold, at around lunch-ish time, there's plenty of people occupying the mess hall, both with trays of food and books, because everyone's studying extra hard for the exams that will be happening within the week.
Trays of books.
Yeah, trays of food and books and eatable books. It's crazy up in there. But you're back in the academy, and you still have the remainder of the day if you wish to pursue any kind of research today.
Yep.
Did we finish on the glasses that were going to let us see the ley lines?
No,
We have most assuredly not.
you absolutely
then
have
let's work
not.
on
Basically, the
let's-
longest project we have at the moment.
let's work on that knickknack.
Let's actually study.
Well, study yes, but work on that as well.
Well, we've missed class for the day.
Yeah, you have missed the classes for
Yep.
the day. You arrived far too late for that.
Yep.
Let me open up the quests. Just find your quests that you're doing.
Yep.
Which one is that? Oh boy. That's not the class assignment. That's not the. Oh no, it is the ley lines to make the UV lenses. Okay.
UV lenses.
That's where it is.
Okay, so Lex, what are you researching? All of you guys' current research projects are the Titan in northwest of Keppelberg, the Titan northeast of Dan Shaw, the Healing Titan, the northwest of Keppelberg is the Petrification Titan, and there is also the UV lenses that Nick Knack and Will Dack are trying to discover to be able to see ley lines.
Did we finish the Earth Titan already, or the Stone Titan?
The what?
I vaguely remember that.
That would be the
Researching the
Petrification
one that turns-
Titan.
Yep.
Oh, the Stoner Titan. No, you have not.
Can I research that one?
Sure.
All right.
So, if you're doing that, let me find what you're rolling for. I suppose that at this point you're going to roll for, either, don't roll yet. Either Arcana, Nature, Society, or Occultism.
Sounds good. Nature sounds perfect.
I mean, you can choose whichever one of those.
Yeah.
Nature, alright. Okay, hold on, let me just double check that again, because I closed the thing. So, 19 is a success, regular success, so you get only one,
Progress.
yeah, 1 point of progress going on. And you don't...
1 metric progress.
1 metric progress. You don't find much else going on in that. It's, the more you look into it, you just rule out things that it definitely cannot be, and at this point you are absolutely certain it cannot be a person, as in it's not a vengeful mage or a witch or whoever. It's not a person, but it's not also not bovines or horses. You know that for certain now.
That is very specific, but okay.
But yeah, you spend the whole day figuring that out. Knick-knack, you're researching the UV lenses, right?
Yep.
Alright. So, give me a diplomacy or crafting check.
Well, I'm better at crafting, so I'm just gonna make the thing. Gonna make it out of their hands. Just as soon as I remember which one of these is this is a public check, right?
Yeah.
Do I add my nerd roll to this?
You do add your nerd roll to this, and your current nerd bonus is +4.
No.
And does he get guidance?
Yes, it gets a +1 to that, so 22
Yay.
is a regular success.
Well, now that's cheating, helping with dodging by using magic.
And Wildak, you also get to make a check, either crafting or diplomacy.
Oh, it's got to be diplomacy. I guarantee you, I'm better than that on that. Yeah.
With your +4 nerd bonus.
How is diplomacy helping crafting a UV lens?
Probably getting materials.
Yeah, getting materials and sourcing solutions from other people. It's pretty much instead of trying to make the thing yourself, you go to GitHub.
I see.
I would like to use my halfling luck on that. I feel I could roll better.
Sure.
I mean, you did fail, so
Yeah, that is a failure.
you have no reason. You have no reason not to try again.
And I get +4 on that, so it's 24.
24.
Which is a critical success, I think.
It is, yeah. So,
Now that I actually know the parameters by which critical success happens.
Nerd.
I
10 more.
forgot the first time.
So, you look into that, knick-knack, you try to find out the glasses you already have, the lenses themselves you already have some notions of how to make the lenses, how thick they must be, and this and that, but after a lot of research you find out that the lenses have to be very specifically made, coated in very specific liquids, and to such a degree that these lenses are going to be incredibly fragile and incredibly specific to the point that you would not want to be just handling them as is. You're definitely going to need housing for them. And then that's where the next part of the problem comes in. Finding some kind of housing for the lenses, some kind of like frame or and whatnot.
What about like I don't want to say periscope, telescope, like those kinds where looking glass where you just pull it and it slides out, but the lenses are mounted inside of it then.
I thought that you were making like goggles that you can put on, like the one that Knick-Knack has on his icon.
Well, yeah. But I mean, if we have to make a change to it, then we could do it as part of like a spyglass and have it in there, and that way, it is protected. Then at that point, so you're looking through it in the middle, and the lens is never out exposed.
I mean, I think we're more just trying to figure out the basic process of how to make transparent substance that lets us see through it and see magic.
Yeah, at first you're just trying to get a working lenses going and then a housing for it, and once you get that, then you can extrapolate to other designs.
Feel like we need to use some sort of jam for as a lens.
But after you come up with potential shenanigans to use for housing, then it starts coming into the part of where in the world do we find that? And then it's up to Wildak trying to find people who are into glass work or just all that nonsense.
I know a guy. I remember getting his taxes.
Finding out where in the world is Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah. So you have to find a... Then it's up to Wildak to find both a glass worker who can work glass in this very specific concave shape to be able to focus light in just the right way, an alchemist to make the coating substance that you need for the glasses, to actually be able to not absolutely fry your eyes once you're looking at ultraviolet light through it. And
the goggles, they do nothing.
And a metal worker to fetch the housing and the whatnot, and also just another inventor / artificer to, peer review your invention to make sure that you're not, going to a corner of with this particular creation. So you spend the day just kind of making friends around the academy and trying to reach out to other places in the world that have knowledge of that. and lo and behold, you do find plenty of people. Now starts the screening process of trying to find out who of these people are, actually wanting to help, and which one does not requires ridiculous amounts of payment.
Yes, because ridiculous amounts of payment we don't have.
Yep.
One of us speaks only in lies, and the other speaks in only truths.
One
And you have to
scientist.
get a.
One
And you have to hire
scientist.
both of us to find out.
Yeah, one scientist says that sulfur is edible, and the other says it isn't.
I know.
Kind
I'm
of
proud.
dentists.
So, Vice, what are you researching?
So, is preparing for exam is not researching then. If
No.
not, I guess I'll still keep looking at the healing one yeah.
Alright, you're looking at the Healing Titan. For the Healing
I think it
Titan,
was occultism if I remember correctly.
it is occultism, yeah. Unless you have some kind of lore that can help, which I don't think you have.
Well, I do have Arcana, but it's not
Lore
Arcana.
Healing Titan.
I have
I don't-
Academia lore.
Nah,
I
none
have
of that's
legal
good.
law, but I don't think that's happening, right?
Okay, plus
What-
3,
what
right?
Plus 4 for your study bonus.
Okay, plus 4, nerd, and a roll.
Roll.
That's a big number.
It's a crit success. Da, 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 da. You do find that, yes, it is some manner of humanoid looking like thing, but apparently it's. You have heard reports of people who do talk about the Healing Titan, and they all say that, yes, it is a. Well, people are saying it's an angel, but you know better. Angels just don't come down to Earth to hang around, or rather down to Gundhr to hang around, just like that. There's more to it than it being an angel. Maybe that's just what the people are saying, and the people are wrong. But it is humanoid. It looks
No, it is the
Warrior
children who are
devil.
fools.
it looks humanoidish in shape, but people can't quite tell the shape because the creature is also very bright that nobody can actually discern its shape and anything else
It's
about
free
it.
glowing kobolds in a trench coat, I knew it.
Mhm.
So
Glowing
it's
kobolds in a trench coat. Interesting.
yeah, 3 glowing kobolds in a trench coat killing people somehow. However, your reports do suggest that yes, people who go there do get healed. But there are some more reports that are troublesome. Some people who go to get healed never return.
Uh-huh.
That's not good.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Probably the one with good alignment.
So that is
That
it
would be
for the day.
interesting.
It's evening times now. Don't suppose you all got anything
Oh.
planned for evening times?
I do. I would like to reach the detective and see if he's alive.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Sure, you ask around and people well, nobody here at the academy has seen the detective today, but someone who's coming back from Mergen says that they have seen the detective there in Mergen. So
That's
apparently
good.
Huh.
he is alive, but he's not at the academy. He's down at the city.
In the
Which
Elder
is
Watcher's
roughly where we were
territory.
expecting.
Yep.
Well, the assumption was that he was going to murder him yesterday. So the fact that he hasn't is a good thing.
So, furthermore, Vice, as you're looking around for people to see, well, if anyone has seen the detective, whose name I forget, uh, one of the many persons you see out and about while you're going around the academy that day is none other than Olawong.
Oh my god, it's a doggy.
Hello, doggy.
And you talk to Olawong, and he goes, "No, I did not see the Stifling guy. I also did not see you today in class. What happened?"
Just out killing titans. Also be
Okay.
right back.
Oh no. But the conversation is going.
You
What
got
is it,
ghosted in real
Olong?
time.
Come again?
You
I
got
said, what
ghosted
is
in
it?
real time.
Yeah. Olawong, well, I imagine all of you are together then. Is that is
Yes.
what
Yeah.
I'm gathering? Okay, so Olawong, he says, "Well, I couldn't go to class today. I was I was called away, and then I looked for Vice to, catch up on what was going on in class today, but Vice also wasn't in class, so I didn't get the contents of today."
I think you might have to go and talk with someone else. I don't know of any of us that were at class today. We didn't arrive back until late after dispatching those wyverns.
Well, okay. But I don't think it's bad per se. It's just I was just doing what Yurgona told me to do.
There we go. Wait, Jurgenod told you to go and talk with Vice?
Well, yeah, Professor
I mean, he,
Yurgonod called me out of class today, and he told me to go to his office instead of going to class. Then I went to his office. Then he asked me about how classes are going. Then he asked about Professor Hegel and how his classes have been going. Then he asked me about Vice and also about Wildak and Knickknack and Lex. And then he asked me about the conversations that we've had. Then he uh, told me to sign a document where I could not disclose the conversations that we had in that office with anyone. And then he told me to go and find Vice and catch up on classes. So I did that.
I don't think that was Professor Jurgenov.
What do you
Also,
mean?
I'm back.
Welcome back. What do you mean it wasn't Professor Yurgonod?
Because he was with us.
Today morning?
Yes. Well,
Today
not
morning.
this morning.
He was not with you this morning.
Yeah, he might have
He
been
wasn't.
back real fast. Who
Right.
knows?
He decided to go back, and we stayed the night at the tower. He said that he would be fine, and he went back on his own.
Yeah, but it's completely feasible that he was back at the academy for the morning
Right.
to do things.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said it wasn't Yurgonod that talked with him.
Oh well, no, I started to think that it wasn't, but then I was like, okay, yeah, it could be.
So I did what he asked me to do, and I looked for Vice to catch up on classes and stuff. But
Yeah, the
Oh, you
reason
want
that
my help?
I said yeah no was because he knew that we weren't going to be in class. There was
I
no
mean,
way
I
we
have
could.
evening free. I could help some, I guess.
There we go.
oh, I would appreciate that. Thank you, Vice.
What do we do on the exam again? I don't remember.
What do you
The
mean?
exam you're doing, because we're on the next one at this point.
You don't know what will happen on the exam until the exam itself. You just know that it's some form of test of your abilities that you have been acquiring throughout the month as you study in that particular area of the academy. But you do train up some of your, spend some of the evening training your athleticisms with Olwong, who himself is rather just still energetic despite how late it is. You, on the other hand, Vise, is slightly slumped after a whole day of activities. But all of you do your things. Is anyone else doing anything else for the evening? Lex, Knick-Knack, Wildak?
No.
I was contemplating going to Jurgenot's office
Chew.
or speak.
By yourself or with your companions?
By myself, the rest don't really need to come along.
Ooh. Alright. You knock at the door then.
Yep.
And Professor Jurgonod opens up the door, sees you, and kind of finds it odd that you're by yourself and says, "Well, hello, Knick-Knack. How can I help you?"
I thought I would give some more information that we didn't quite share while we were being whatever, on sort of why we were being cagey on our end, on between you and Elden Watcher. We've been remembering some things as weird collective dreams for some reason.
Have you now? Huh.
But it's mostly us having a conversation, and the players slowly forgetting the details because this happened several months ago in real life. So forgive me if I'm wrong on some of the things. We were having a conversation, and I think it was before we were going to try and kill you or something. Because Elden Watcher, well, one of us came in and said that Elden Watcher was gonna give us some alternative help or something. I forget. Doug, it's been a while since we last had that dream sequence. What happened in it? My brain is forgetting.
Pretty much
Like
that.
yeah. It's
So
just the exact scenarios
it was a
missing
conversation.
in my brain.
It was a conversation where the four of you were there. Lex said that Zoldur told me about the essence. He wants us to give them to him instead. And then the second dream was Knick-Knack saying Korin told us not to trust him, Zoldur. But Zoldur says he'll tell us the truth about the essences.
Ah, yes. So I pretty much relay that
dream.
was the dreams that we were having. So yeah.
And he kind of nods slowly and says, "I understand."
Which is why we were a bit skeptical on our end and probably willing to listen to Elden Watcher in the first place.
So much like before was him seducing you and promising more power, what got you into your path originally.
Well, he was, in this case, from our end, it's more information. I don't think we even wanted power. I don't think we particularly want power at the moment. And I'm kind of dubious based on what happened the last time, to be entirely honest.
Well, power takes many forms, and knowledge is one of them.
I suppose.
Whatever it is he promised you before, even if just the knowledge of how to perform that ritual you all did yesterday might have been, well, enough to get you on his side before. On our side before.
I guess. But that was pretty much all I wanted to bring up, since it seemed... Since I hope the trust issue that we are having in you, partially caused by the dreams themselves, has been resolved. I thought I'd at least share that bit of information.
I imagine that the trust issue that you all have in me is a matter that you need to solve on your own. As for the trust issue I have with you, it's also something I have to work out on my own. I suppose that it is more the fear of the unknown. Like it or not, even though I have known you before, and the you before did horrible things, a horrible thing rather, it need not be the same way. But whatever is inside of you, insofar as your personality and your soul and your ideals lie, can get you to follow that path yet again.
Maybe, maybe not. I can't speak for them, but for the time being, it didn't feel right to not share that piece of, I guess, progress is into remembering who you were, even though, in a manner of speaking, all interest on your side may or may not have been not for our benefit.
Well, I certainly appreciate you being forthcoming, Knick-Knack. I do hope
And that
things
was
play
about
out differently this time around.
So do I. I don't like dying. Also, I don't really think I want to kill you. This is a weird conversation to have.
I agree.
Yeah, let's try not to repeat that. Let's try not to kill each other. Let's put it that way. Outcomes aside. Just the act itself can be skipped.
Well, I suppose that's an endeavor we're all trying to do every day, not kill one another. But
Debatable, but sure.
nonetheless, how are your studies?
They seem to be going all right.
Very well then. Let it be known that despite your latent dormant potential and all the help you have done for me, I am not beyond, well, following the rules of this academia and ensuring that you pass your exams if you want to, well, continue studying here. So, I hope you do apply yourselves.
That was the plan.
Well, if that's so, then I'll leave you to it.
Yes. And I will scurry on out of there.
Alright. You scurry back to the dorms, where everyone else is at, currently preparing to go to bed and sleep, I imagine.
That is right.
Not so fast.
Oh no.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Ah,
As you're getting ready to go to bed, Vice, you notice something.
your bed is missing.
Oh no.
There is no bed.
Oh no.
No, what you miss, Vice, is that in your chest, instead of 3 claw marks, there's now only 2.
Oh my god.
What does it mean?
I think it's only in Vise, so I'm guessing the magical power unboxing has de-chested him.
Or he removed the mark because he likes me.
That's odd.
It was that roll. That was that roll
Mm.
that you did.
That's the interpretation that we must take out of this, yes.
And with that,
Well, that's interesting. Vice, what happened here? Where we all had 3 scars. Now you just have 2. We all still have 3.
Why does your mom let you have 2 scars?
Explain yourself.
How would I know?
Well, you don't. That's the whole part.
Why do you ask me that? How am I supposed to answer to this question you want the answer from, but you say I don't? Never mind.
so all of you then go to sleep, as one does.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Everyone can click the little bed symbol to get your rest if you still have anything to recover. I don't think you do, but you should.
Technically do, but I technically don't.
Oh my dog.
I
Um,
regain 2 hit points.
Let me roll a d4. 4, good. Wildak, you have a dream.
Oh Lord.
You die horribly.
Oh, I'm being held off of that edge again. I hate this dream.
No, no.
Who made me have
This is
gay
the edge
dreams?
dream again.
So, Wildak, in this dream, it's a continuation of the collective dream all of you have had before.
All right.
So, in the previous dream, Knick-Knack spoke up and said, Koran told us not to trust him, but Zoldur says he'll tell us the truth about these essences. But then you, Wildak, have another dream. This dream is a continuation of that, but you do sense that even though the setting is the same, all of you are in a dark room around the table talking to one another, you sense the passage of time. Some time has passed between the last conversation that you were having in the dream and this one now. And you now pipe up, Wildak, saying, these essences could give us enough power to become gods. And they know this. Why do they let us have it?
All right.
Oh my god. Never mind, go on.
And then you all wake up.
All right.
It's time for the I had a dream speech.
I go, did you guys have that weird dream again? Because I did, and it kind of continued on.
Yep, you all
No?
did.
Oh, did we? Okay. Just narrating things from Roldak for fun.
I mean, you all did have the dream, but it is foggier for you all than it is for Wildak. For Wildak, it was very vivid.
So you guys were standing on the pyramid too, and people were throwing those little pickles at you.
Not that kind of vivid, I don't think.
Got it.
With their dancing elephants.
Yeah, it's something, and you know that we could gain all of the essences and we could become gods. That just doesn't sound like me. I don't usually say things like that.
I do have a theory, though.
A game theory. Thanks for watching.
I knew
No.
you'd say that.
So what do you think it is, Wise?
Well, they cannot kill the titans themselves. They cannot collect the essence. But if we collect the essence, they can kill us and get that essence from us.
Well, I
True.
think they can also perform the ritual with us in it, like we
But
did
they would
yesterday.
need to get us there first, wouldn't
Well,
they?
that's why they would have us on their side, and why they allow us to have all this power. To quote Buldak, Dream Buldak.
Well, and I think, you know, the whole thing that the Elder Watcher, you know, he is watching us. He's waiting for us to go after another Titan so he can conveniently step out of the shadows. Because while they can't do it, since that would be Titan against Titan, we could do it.
Well, that's just gonna end in paranoia.
It is.
Though, do we know why they wanted to join us with the Wyvern in particular? Was it because the Wyverns are a type of dragon?
I don't know. I didn't have time to ask the professor before he flew off.
Because they both seemed. I feel like Elden Watcher would have been more proactive if it weren't the case. I don't know.
I mean, he certainly asked us about it enough times, as though he was afraid that we would leave him out. But I suppose it's time to get ready and go to class. I'm sure Siobhan has had enough of me being out for a while.
All right. So you all start your mornings with a peep on your step as more parts of the puzzle start to fit in, and Vice becomes ever so slightly less edgier than the rest of you with his one less scar.
Oh no. That's his entire
Wait.
character arc.
Get the stagger and scratch it on me. I'm joking.
The day of classes kind of goes by normally. It is, after all, Fantasy Monday. You all get your classes in. Siobhan, she's really just still at the same deal of, well, trying to power through her last week of being at the sanatorium. And you can see that she is even ever so slightly excited about the prospect of not having to go back.
I can imagine.
Lois, you see now, Knick-Knack, that ever so slightly now, or ever so frequently, which is something that never happened before, she glances up from her desk, up at you, and then back to her desk. And then when you pay a little bit more attention, you can see that she is She looks up at you and then she looks back down at her desk and scribbles something on her notebook, but she always closes it whenever anyone is within like 5 meters of her. It's not impossible to see what she's actually getting going on there, but she seems interested in you in some way, shape, or form.
Oh no, character development. It's happening.
Can't have that.
Vice,
Killer.
you go to the range to have your classes, but you see that, well, you heard from all along that he was not able to go to class yesterday because he was called away by Professor Yurganad. But today, is your other classmate, Valim, who's not at class.
Suspicious.
But other than that, classes go by as
I'll
normal.
ask Olawak again. Why did you Professor Jurgen not call you again?
He he had asked me to go to his office because he wanted to ask me how the classes are going, how my studies are going. Then he asked me about Professor Hegel and, well, how well he's teaching us. Then he asked me about you and how well you're teaching me. Then he asked me about the conversations that you and I have had outside of class. Then he asked about Wildak and Knick-Knack and Lex as well. And then he had me sign a document that he told me was
An NDA of some sort.
a document
And
saying
that I would die if I said, oh.
Oh no.
had me sign a document that he told me that I was not allowed to tell what I was talking about with him outside of there or to anyone else. Then he told me to look for you.
Hold up. Didn't you just? Anyways, go on.
Then he had me look for you to have you catch me up on the class that I missed yesterday, and well, I looked around for you, but I couldn't find you until evening time. Then we were studying last night, and I think that's what Professor Jurgenot wanted me to do. But why?
Just curious.
Oh,
He did call out someone else today too.
oh, is that
Someone else from the range too. That's why.
why
Yeah.
Wallen didn't come to class today?
Seems so.
Well, if Wallen is not around, that means we have more time to spare together then. Spar. I mean, right?
Now kiss.
Sure. Not to the kiss part.
Alright. So, you spend the rest of the day of class sparring with Olawong, more so than usual, and then you have to kind of divide your attention between Olawong and Morich, who used to spar together, but since your sparring partner Valim is not around, the three of you are doing kind of new practices and tactics for fighting and whatnot. As for you, Lex, you see that Lois shows up to you after class, very excited but also very alarmed. You see that her eyes are wide open, and she's like, "Oh my goddess, Lex, have you done anything?"
With my hair or what?
Do you have hair?
You have to be more specific than that. I'm sorry.
Well, Professor Jurgenot was asking me about you.
Oh? What did he ask?
Well, he actually he told me not to tell you anything, but he was just asking if you me things about you.
Uh-huh.
Have you done anything?
Have I? You tell me.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
Well,
that is suspicious, but no, not really.
by the way, I think he might have pulled Ash away today to do the same thing. Because he didn't come to class.
Okay, this is getting out of hand. Glad you told me. I'll let you know if something comes up. But I don't think we did anything. That, yeah. Let's leave it at that.
Well, alright then. By the way, how are you going with your studies? You know, we have an exam coming up this weekend.
Uh, yes.
So, if you're interested, I'd have talked around with some people and I have organized a little study party for us to do the all throughout the week.
Is Claire involved?
What do you mean? I'm Claire. Of course I'm involved. I'm the one who's organizing
Wait,
it.
you said I was so confused. You said Louis. Am I crazy? I was like, who is that character? Okay, I misheard then. My bad, my bad. So sorry, I'm tired.
That was like 2 characters ago.
One.
Well, I am the one who's organizing it, so I'm absolutely going to be there. And you're invited, mister, if you want to come.
Sure, we had weird dreams tonight, so I'm a bit not yes. I'll think about it.
Well, that's why you have to hydrate yourself and sleep properly 8 hours a day, every day.
Sure.
And here I thought it was just so I could regain 2 hit points a night.
In any case, I have to go and ask some other people and really get things organized for this sturdy party. We'll be gathering around at the library all throughout the day today, but at the evening we'll be at the mess hall. So, you know, just come around. And we'll study.
Alright.
See
Might
ya.
actually take you up on that offer. Bye.
And then Claire just goes away to finish inviting and organizing people for her study party that's going to be happening all week.
Oh no.
And
Party! Woo!
Not that kind of party.
once
Unts.
once all 4 of you are done with classes and make your way back to the academy grounds to reconvene and organize with all of you what you're going to be doing next, what things you're going to be researching and looking into. You have a companion that seems to join your circle of discussions. And you look
All
up
right.
to see Professor Bronislav kind of showing up and saying, "Oh, hello there, youngins."
Hi.
Cobalt, I'll smite you.
So like a new person. Haha, yes.
Professor Bronislav is there, and he looks around at all 4 of you. Looking healthy, I see. That's good.
So far.
Alright, so, are you all busy? I imagine you're busy, what with the exams coming up and whatnot. But are you really busy? Because I could use a favor.
Depends on what you need.
I say favor, I mean errand.
I mean, I need you to assassinate someone.
What?
Something ass. That's what I heard.
I remember being in your position once when I was the one running errands for other people, but now, well, it's good to have people running
Look at
errands
me.
for me.
Look at me. I'm the quest giver now.
So what do you want us to do, Professor?
You know, word gets around, and I heard a certain Mr. Gundhr saying that he's going to fly you around the continent, or at least the kingdom. Well, I don't know what your travel itinerary is, but if you're ever going to be around Stall, the city, smack dab in the middle of the kingdom, and also smack dab in the middle of the continent as well. If you're gonna be around that place, I have a little endeavor for you all to do for me, and I am paying well because I also heard, like I said, word travels around that you are all piss poor. So
We are.
I can.
I suppose we've not been keeping that subtle. Now that I think about it, no.
Yeah, I have a little business proposition. You do this for me, and I'll pay you. Simple as that.
That's how it goes usually, yes.
That does sound like a business proposition.
Oh, what I really want is for you to go over there, find a person, and bring me back this person. Don't worry, you're not going to be using force of any kind. This person is aware of the situation. They will come willingly, both of them, and that's all you have to do, really. Bring them here to the academy, or rather, straight to me.
Wait. We're
This
up to
quest could
2
have been
now.
an email.
But that's weight. So that's more people that will be on the boat, on the ship.
But theoretically, we also... A lot of times they have us moving cargo, so we'll probably have dropped some off.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yeah, besides, from what I gather, you can always just, redivide your cargo a little bit. Or, I don't know, use whatever means you have. So long as you bring them here. I don't
Oh, the cargo, no.
really mind how you go about doing it, so long as you do two things. Bring them here as fast as possible directly to me, and that they are safe and completely unharmed during the whole travel.
All right.
Sure. How
All right.
much money are we talking?
It's been a while since I was running errands for people, and back then I didn't get... Money was different. It
Don't
also...
forget the inflation.
Money was a luxury.
Yeah. Well, it didn't also help that I was in another continent.
But it's one of the things is we're trying to get enough money for our next month's
Tuition.
academy tuition, and that's one of the things that we're working on.
How much do you pay for your tuition?
Oh, you don't want to know.
More than I could have imagined.
This is player speak, for we have forgotten the number.
Yes. It
It's
was something like
60 or
44.
50.
Yeah. I thought it was 40 something. I thought it was 45 gold pieces.
It's 50
And I was
gold
like,
per student
50
per month.
gold. There we go.
So the party as a whole has to pay 200 gold.
Anyone feel like dropping out of college? just throwing it out there.
No, I will not have another adventure derail into pirates.
I mean, that one hardly derailed into pirates.
In any case, Professor Bronislav thinks for a little bit. Well, I suppose I could pay you... I don't know. Enough. Tell you what, if you're expedient about this, I'll pay you half of your tuition costs.
Oh, sounds
Wow.
good.
So that's what, 25 gold pieces per head?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, yeah. That seems fair. That seems plausible if you do that for me. Expedient.
Also, Lex quietly adds 25 for Rusty and for my Eidolon, so you know.
Yes, your Ghost X is taking classes.
Yes.
Of course.
You know what? I'll actually let you try and deceive him to get that going on if you want.
All right. I have diplomacy and what else we're going
That's
for?
deception if you're trying that.
All right. All right. Give me a second. Yes, +6 sounds good. Blind or
Blind. And you try and correct him 5 heads and point at Broadway. And Professor Branislav looks at him and he furrows his eyes a little bit and says, "Huh.
he's an exchange student from. That's probably why you haven't seen him much. So,
You know what? I know you're lying, but I admire your gumption. The Almighties know I've done my fair sharing of lying back in my day, so... Alright, I won't pay 25 gold pieces for your exchange student friend, but I'll pay 10 gold for him.
all right, sounds good.
So, 110 total. You do this for me then.
Perfect.
Alright, so... Do yourselves a favor and try and avoid being installed around the second week of next month, if at all possible.
Oh, why?
Just trust me. And also, if at all possible, try and avoid being installed around the evening times. Try and be there by morning and leave by afternoon if you can help it. Don't be caught outside in the nighttime. And you are going to look for Duncan. Once you find Duncan, he's a big old bull guy. Tell him that you are friends of Uncle Rags. And ask him to come with you. He'll know what that's about, so he'll come with you and he'll bring someone along. Protect this someone at all costs. And yeah. Bring them back here to the
Kidnapping.
academy.
Got it.
Did you get all
Sounds
that?
good.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He randomly points at one of you at random. You there. Cleric of Pasperon.
Yes.
Repeat it back to me. What did I just tell you to do?
So we're supposed to find the bull guy in Stout. We're not supposed to go out after dark. We should arrive there during the day. We tell him that Uncle Rags is ready for him and that he's going to bring a friend, and we get them here safely.
What's the name of the guy again?
Duncan.
Duncan. Dunkin' Donuts. Got it.
And to add to that,
It's him. It's the Dunkin' Donuts.
just adding a little bit more to that, avoid being there on the second week of next month. And you should be fine.
Correct. Yeah, and we would be heading out after exams. So, that's after this week.
Good. Exams. The concept of that. By the way, I did
I'll
notice...
just ignore my calendar.
I did notice this academy being ever so slightly more quiet this weekend. You all were away, weren't you?
We were.
May I inquire whatever were you up to?
Weird. Everybody's interested in that.
Fighting wyverns.
Fighting wyverns.
Yes.
Hmm.
And they're exploding eggs.
Yeah, that was unpleasant.
Wait, exploding eggs?
Apparently.
Yes,
I never heard of that before. What that's about?
it does. It does. They come down and they'll set them off, or if they get
Well,
damaged, they'll explode.
Yeah, if they get damaged, they explode. Otherwise, they eat them to
And they
regain some
regenerate.
stamina, which is an odd thing from my opinion, but
Is
I just work here.
that part of your whole Titan slaying gig that you're all doing?
That's it.
Yep. Apparently, wyverns are titans.
A lot of things are titans, it comes to find out.
You see, it's less so that these or that are titans, but some things are more predisposed to, I don't even know what you call it other than titanhood, I guess. These places of power, they attract creatures, and those creatures, well, either they are called there or they just happen to be there, but it is entirely possible for non-titan-like creatures to become titans, from what I have gathered. Or at least, I would imagine, wyverns were not titans, from what I have read and heard.
Well, I didn't think owlbears were either, but apparently they fall from the sky in meteors and hatch from them.
Owl bears falling from the skies in meteors.
Yeah, that was a day.
What a concept.
That's also coincidentally when the pilot stopped being a pilot for about a month.
Oh, so that's what happened to Jadre. Did he get hit by the meteor?
No,
He got
the
hit by the
owlbear.
owlbear.
Yeah, he got was too close to the owlbear. Yes.
Oh. That's
It
one
ripped
way
his
of finding
heart
out that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aren't I happy to be out of the feuds and leaving the exploration to you? Well, excitable fellows.
Mm-hmm.
You people
Wait, we're
of
excitable?
nondescript age that is younger than me, yes.
Sounds like a backhand insult. Not sure yet.
Well, I have done a lot of adventuring around in my day, and I think that life is a little bit behind me. You know, cats have many lives, but they do have an end. And he kind of shows his burnt hands to you guys once again. I've learned my lesson. There's a time to call quits, and mine has come. Hence why I'm hiring you to do my errands for me now.
Circle
My
of
bidding.
Well, in any case, I'll let you back to whatever it is that you're doing. I imagine you're always busy with something.
You got it.
Well,
That's one way to put it.
should you need anything or whatever have you, I'll be around here at the academy. But once you find Duncan, install, and bring him back here, I'll need you to depart immediately. And I won't be around for a while, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So don't do this if we need your help in
Oh
any
no, definitely, absolutely
reason.
do this. I need this to be done. I'm just saying, if anything happens and any one of the, someone decides to hang any one of you off of a cliff, I won't be around to intervene.
I look back at him.
Low blow, my guy. Low blow.
I'm just saying, I won't be around, so be careful. But
Well, hopefully that's been resolved, maybe? They don't seem to have been doing anything lately.
I do hope that that has been resolved, yes, but, you know, they're young, they're dumb, who knows if they really mean what they said, and if they're not gonna turn back on you the moment I step foot away from this academy. In any case, be careful, and thank you. It's really nice to have someone dependable to do my work for me.
Should
So-
get a secretary.
I'll look into scrounging up the money to pay you off. Once the job is complete, that is.
Yup.
An adventure secretary.
And then he waves goodbye and lets you guys go back to whatever it is that you were doing, which I imagine is research.
It is.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
What funny things are you researching?
The glasses. We still got to work on the glasses.
Okay.
Yep. I can't be seen without my glasses.
So
I have special eyes.
Knick-Knack and Wildak both are doing that again, right?
That is correct.
Yep.
Okay, so give me your crafting or diplomacy or society check. The two
And
of you.
remember, you can add one. I'm gonna
Yep.
use diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
It's your turn for the critical success.
Yeah.
That doesn't count as several critical successes, does it?
Come again?
No.
No, it doesn't. It just counts one critical success.
Kind of makes the natural 20 a bit less exciting, you know?
It does, but I didn't write the system.
Nope.
Okay, so you get a 2 successes, Knick-Knack. Wildak, I'm afraid you get none.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine.
Gotta save those hero points for the exams.
I do.
Mm.
So
Don't you get a new halfling luck every day?
I do get a new halfling luck every day.
Just checking.
Might use it now.
unless you have any more exciting things going on with the rest of your day.
I don't know. It's getting close to exam time. I try to hold these things.
Can't all my halfling lucks and hero points.
Well, you can't hoard halfling lucks.
No, no.
No, just telling to Wildak, if you don't use it...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Pretty much now, Wildak tries to get around talking to people about, you know, finding the materials and finding people who want to work for next to nothing. And fails horribly at that.
Wonder why.
On the other hand, in Knick-Knack, you start putting some work into, well, getting some of your peers from the workshop to, well, kind of help you around coming up with solutions for the glass working, the metal working, and the alchemical working that needs to be done on the glasses. And like it or not, everyone's a student, so they're not all that well versed in those things, but they are excitable enough to help you with the research in the library, and you'll make some headway with that.
It's more exciting than classwork.
Lex, what are you researching?
back to my Stoner Titan.
All right. Give me your
Nature or something else.
occultism or society check.
No nature? Alright. Whee.
Plus 4 is 23, which is not a critical success.
Ooh.
Alright, so you do get to the next level of knowledge about whatever it is that you're facing now. Good on you.
Mhm.
After getting some of the people around, well, reports from the people around Keppelberg, they tell you, finally, the people around Keppelberg themselves don't know particularly what this is, but travelers who have been all over the place know, and they say, oh yes, absolutely. This could not be anything other than this, and they pretty much tell you, the thing that is the titan that is petrifying people is none other than basilisks.
Ah. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
So, there's basilisks over there. Basilisks are creatures that will petrify stuff. Basilisks, the baseline basilisk has an AC of 17 and 75 hit points. Should you need to know.
Got it.
And that's
Quite
what you.
nasty then.
So good progress on your research. And Vice, what are you researching?
Guess what?
Okay, roll me
Chicken
the
butt?
The healing titan.
roll me the occultism. Show me the big numbers.
Show me the cult.
Ooh woo.
Communism.
Learn the things that big cult doesn't want you to know.
Big cult. 17, that's a success. People, you see that people keep talking about these people that don't come back, and there is talk that these people that don't come back might be are being taken to the heavens. There is talk of rapture going on, but you don't know
I don't know.
how
They're being
accurate.
vaporized out of the clothing.
You don't know how accurate those statements are, because a lot of these people's the reports that you get are from people who are speaking in a very cult-like way. And people who by all rights should be like, oh no, this person that means a lot to me is gone forever, they don't seem all that perturbed. They're just happy that they are healed and have been taken to Zenith, the plane of the heavens. So that's what you're learning about that. And with that, the day is over. Unless we've got evening plans again.
I mean, I could join the study group.
The study cult.
Everything's a cult now.
Yes.
Yep. Are you going to do that, Lex?
Yes. Even if Claire organizes it. Might be
Dun,
wrong.
dun, dun. But what if she's a spy?
Yes, that's the point. Maybe I can find out.
Alright, is anyone else going to the study club, cult club?
Yep, I will go.
Sure.
I will reluctantly join the study cult.
Okay.
Yay! I doomed us all.
So everyone goes to the study club, cult club. Uh,
The cult club.
yeah, the cult club of study. I need everyone to give me a DC 15 Fortitude saving throw.
To remain sane.
What is it? A DC
15
Fortitude.
Fortitude. I mean, you have studied in the morning, gone to research in the afternoon, and done more studying in the evening.
I'll
So
use the hero point
18.
on that.
But do we use our nerd bonus?
no,
Okay.
this is not knowledge.
That's better.
This is your body resisting, studying non-stop the whole day.
It's your body resisting nerd.
Relatable.
So, this studied night will count as one more day of class towards your nerd bonus. So now your nerd bonus is +5.
All right.
But Knick-Knack, you are tired now. So you will
Oh,
get
no.
a -1 to everything.
Go to bed.
Well, then you do go to bed, and even though Claire is there, she also seems to be focused on studying, and every now and then she seems to have the kind of problem where she cannot sit still at a table. She sits still, looks at a book for no more than 2 minutes, then she gets up and asks if anyone wants coffee or toasts or anything, and then she goes off to fetch stuff. And you start to understand why she can't really get good grades. She is in quiet. She cannot stand still and study.
Untreated ADHD, yes.
That's another name for it, yeah.
Unfortunately, restoration does not cure ADHD.
Yep. I was actually looking at that.
Oh wow. No, Claire is she cannot really focus on studying, but she is trying to still organize and make sure that everyone is there and everyone is comfortable and everyone's doing their own studying. And she's keeping quiet. She's not really bringing up conversation topics with people, except those people who happen to take a break to go to the bathroom and get caught in the corridors. Then they have a little chat with her. But other than that,
I try to show her the things that we did before, and to reinforce those and to distract her from all the other noise.
To distract her from the distraction.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you're trying to actually teach her stuff.
I am trying to teach her stuff like I did last time.
All right. So Wildek, I need you to give me a DC 15 society check.
Society.
Yep. Because that's what she studies at the bureau.
Do I get any nerd bonus with that?
No, because you're not a bureau student.
Gotcha.
Can I
That's
help?
that's not your specific branch of nerd.
Can I help?
I'm going to use my halfling luck on that.
Okay,
I thought you were sewing those.
that's what you were saving that for.
That is what I was saving that for.
All right. Sure, reroll that. And Lex, you can roll society as well.
Do I get a bonus though, right?
You do.
I'm in the bro.
You can throw in your study bonus.
So that's how much then?
Plus-
+2 and
+5.
+7. Nice.
Wait,
Uh,
what the
how-
+2 is coming from?
It's +2 is regular
Oh,
on
okay.
my. Just add it in post.
There you go.
All right. So with that 20 something,
22, 3, 2, 2,
22.
2.
you're actually able to catch Claire and start to drill into her head some nonsense about the kingdom of Solfak and the other kingdoms of Hosenfell and all of that nonsense. And you find that the way for Claire to really learn the story and the lessons and the class, all of the study, is to not throw the all the content of the classes raw at her. You have to attach a story to that.
That's it. That's it.
Let's-
And I have Sofa Kingdom lore. Could I add that +2 to that roll for a 14?
14 still does not beat 15, which I said is the DC.
All right. All right.
Claire, listen to me. You have to imagine the narrative as some good gossip, you know. Bring in some important facts, who told who, you know, history stuff, but don't treat it like a chore. Treat it like a fun story between friends at a coffee or something. Maybe it helps you remembering that stuff.
All right, I'll try and do that. I have been hearing all kinds of stories about Sofak. Did you know that there was an incident a couple years ago or last year was it, in Sak?
No, I didn't. Tell me about it.
There was a lawyer that was making a pact with the demon or devil. I think it was a devil. Whichever one, one of those evil creatures from Zenith, from Nadir rather. Oh Lord, I can't get the planes. It's just so much to keep in mind.
Well, fortunately, I don't think the planes are part of your curriculum.
It is not.
Strange how we keep hearing that story.
I mean,
Almost as if it's the only thing that's occurred in Doug's setting for the past however long.
in the past year. Of note at least. And then she starts going on about, just gossiping about this and that town in Sofak, and she's like, oh yes, and there's the city of Belden where there was a fire recently, and they say that the druid that died in the fire, well, he didn't die in the fire, he died before the fire, but then a fire started. They said he was a necromancer, and I didn't think druids could be necromancers. That's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, he was a something or another.
Mm.
Also, I heard a story about the city of Furton, all the way to the north, almost in between Ligny and Nord. That it was kind of a crass story, if I'm being honest. But it had a
Alright.
witch. There was a witch that was helping men, older males with, pleasuring their partners, by providing them a little potion to, get things going. But then the partners, the women of the village over there in Furton, they did not like that those males were going off into the woods to meet with the witch and then come back and have, intercourse. And then those women from the village, they sent the witch away because they thought, weird stuff was going on. Then the witch went away, and the males, they stopped being able to, get it going. So the males just kind of raided the witch's cabin and tried to find whatever it was, the concoction that she was making for them. And they did find it, but they got it wrong. And they all turned to stone.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Because apparently the witch was using diluted basilisk something to, harden them, if you know what I mean. But then when they tried to get their hands on it without any knowledge of what they were doing, they petrified themselves whole. And then some people had to go and save them. It was a mess.
That is amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing.
And I also heard another story. There was a cult of, what was it? Some little winged creatures. I don't recall what they're called. Install that they were taking people away, and nobody knew what was going on there. And some people went over there to Stall to try and figure that out. And then they learned that it was odd because there was this cult of the winged creatures that were taking people away. So nobody goes to Stall. everyone just knew to keep away from the city. But then someone went to the city and they learned that there's no cult whatsoever. That's just a story that was made up.
Oh yeah.
The actuality is that almost everyone in Stall is a lycanthrope, and they created up that story to keep people away.
I feel like being told that the entire town is werewolves would keep people away.
Not the
You would-
horny people.
You would think. Oh, and there was also a lovely story I heard about Laugh to the south. Not too far from here even, but that was an odd one. There was
Which town? Which town?
Lash.
Mm,
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Lauch.
It was a weird story that happened over there. There was this guy whose daughter went missing, and he had some people go and look for the daughter, and then they tried to find the daughter, only to find out that the daughter was actually kidnapped by the brother. The brother took the daughter, or rather his sister. Wait, I'm getting confused now. The daughter of this guy, she had a brother. The brother kidnapped her, took her to a place off into the woods next to a river. I think that's how the story goes. Where a cult were trying to sacrifice her. Or rather, the cult beguiled the guy, the brother, by telling him that if he brought a virgin, they would sacrifice this virgin to get, and he would get power. And then he brought his sister, only to find out that the sister was not a virgin at all, but he was, and he was there in the middle of nowhere, so they were actually going to sacrifice him instead. But then this sister, with the help of a rogue that happened to be around, a fisherman, she got freed. They beat up the cult and beat up the brother as well, and they ran off and got together, the daughter and the rogue. It's such a lovely story.
It is.
That is a story and a half, yes.
To a degree.
There's a strange number of cults in close proximity. it
Yeah.
seems.
Have you by any chance heard something about the city of Sach? Sach? I don't know.
City of Sock.
Yes.
Again?
I was just telling you, there was the lawyer
Did you
lady.
say Stau? I misheard then, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said Stall, the city north of that.
Yeah, but and then you said Loch, which is south, but in between there's one called Sach, where, we have a mission,
That's
so I'm asking if
both
she
of
has any
them.
information.
Well, yeah, in the city of Stall in the north was the lycanthrope people. In
Yes.
Sock was the lawyer lady and the demon thingy.
Okay, I didn't hear it was from here. Okay, so my bad.
In
Yes,
Lach, in the south, was the whole virgin kerfuffle thing,
Yes.
and in the north, in Furden, that's where the witch,
The witch.
with the petrification, well, not petrification, but the witch with the whole
Viagrification, yes.
Viagrification potion, yes,
Yep.
that's where that happened. So, I suppose that I can use those stories to try and memorize a little bit more about the kingdom. You know what?
You could try get a study partner where you summarize the important bits as some kind of gossip in a way you would tell a friend over a drink. So you can do that to each other and this way remember important information. You could try that out.
I will absolutely do that. Thank you so much, Lex.
Oh.
And now she will pass, and you will have to live with her forever.
That's okay. She helped us. It's fine.
She's had the best return character arc.
Yes.
So you do get some study going, and you'll spend more time talking to Claire than you saw yourself doing tonight. And
Mhm.
I wager, I guess, that it was good.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Somehow.
And in the following day, all of you wake up Knick-Knack, it's actually kind of tricky for you to get out of bed today.
5 more minutes.
No matter how many more minutes you ask for, the others, they don't relent and they pull you up.
No.
And off to classes you go. Or
Yep.
Yep.
are you actually staying in bed, Knick-Knack?
Now I'll go to class.
Alright. So you go to class with everyone else. You get another check mark on your study bonus for this month. And then classes happen later in the day. After classes are over, you are free to pursue any research projects if you have any.
It's back to the glasses.
Alright. So I don't think there will be any weirdness going on, so we're gonna tackle 2 days at once here.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Even better. All days up until Friday. Just let's
Speedrunning education, yeah.
speedrun your education. Let's tackle 4 days in a row.
All right.
So 4 whole days of research. Glasses, right? I'll need Knick-Knack
Yep.
to give me your crafting check, and Wildak should give me your diplomacy check.
Yep.
Are we
you
doing
want
one
4
check
of them?
for several days or 4 checks?
1 check. I'm just skipping the
Or-
narration, but we're still doing the checks in sequence.
Okay, so this one will
So
still
there's
be
1.
-1.
Mm-hmm. By the way, your nerd bonus now is +5 for everyone.
Oh, well then it's 18.
Yeah.
I have #bless.
Hashtag guidance.
Whatever. And #sleepy.
Mm-hmm. They negate one another. Okay, so
Yep.
you get 2 successes going on that. Lex, you're investigating the Stone Titan, right?
As long as there is something to investigate, yes.
Alright, give me a check. What was that again?
Society, occultism, or nature last time. I'm not sure.
Totally was nature last time, was available and totally not restricted.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Arcana, Nature, or Occultism?
How do I add the +5? Just circumstances and.
You say +5.
And then you click on add.
Alright, I think it worked this time.
Well, you added
Yes.
1.
It should have been +2 and +5, so I should have changed it to 7, right? I got a.
No, your bonus that you already get is already added. You just add another.
Okay.
You just add the
Right.
circumstance that is the +5.
So we add 4 to this to 23.
Yes.
23 is still only 1 success.
Damn it.
Aren't you learning about the Basilisk and Vise? I need your occultism to find out about the Healing Titan. If you are amongst us.
He took the.
If you're among us, give us a sign.
I think he took the Viagra from the basilisk. He turned to stone.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It was one of those lost lover penis enlargement stories I keep hearing about.
Mm.
Vise, are you there? Regis?
If your Viagrification lasts longer than 2 hours, go visit a doctor.
Go visit your local witch in the woods.
Yes. No, don't do that. No.
I think Regis is away for now.
I think he is away at the moment.
Okay. We'll solve that then later. Now, yeah?
He
Regis?
spoke.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Welcome back. You're investigating the Healing Titan, right?
Yep.
Okay, give me your occultism check.
Get a +5.
And you get a +5 study bonus as well. Ooh. You get 1 success on that, and you learn more about this Titan. You actually go into the libraries and find yourself books. And you learn that this creature has been cited some other times throughout the ages, and it goes through many names, but it is a creature from, other planes of existence. Somehow became Titan. It is an incorporeal being, it is a spirit being, it is a being for another plane of existence that happens upon this plane sometimes, especially in a place of power, and it does indeed have healing powers. It can heal people, both through spells, but also both through just directly channeling positive energy onto them. So, you do find that yes, there is indeed a creature that can heal people. You don't know to which degree this healing happens, but there is indeed a Titan that can heal people, channeling positive energy onto them, which is quite a find. Now, for the evening, is everyone going to the study club again?
Yep, I'm assuming.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. Everyone's going to the study club. You get another check mark in your study bonus. And everyone needs to give me a DC 15 Fortitude saving throw.
Do I have a -1 to this save as well?
Of course you do. You didn't choose to spend the day resting, so you do.
Oh no.
16.
Alright, both of you make it. Knick-Knack and Vice. Fortitude saving throws from the two of you.
Do you have any pluses for it?
Nope.
Random bullshit. That's a 9.
So both you and Knick-Knack will fail that test.
I love the flag, EP.
My EP bonus is becoming -2 tomorrow, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. You say bonus, I say penalty.
My EP modifier.
Alright, so yeah, both of you are incredibly tired from this excessive studying that you're doing, but so be it. Next day comes up. Classes. All of you go to classes, I imagine.
Yes, Queen.
And then you have research in the afternoon. Researching the same things, I assume.
Same thing.
I will research the nap.
Will you be resting instead of researching?
Yes.
Okay, so Vice does not research. And you spend the time resting, so I'm going to get rid of your penalty. Knick-Knack and Wildak, lenses again?
Yep.
I think I'm getting too sleepy to make consistent progress on that.
So you're taking the
Weak.
day off?
Take a rest, Knick-Knack, and I'll follow up on this, and then we'll sleep and start fresh tomorrow. All right,
Gotta
so I'm
manage those
making my
EP
roll.
bonuses.
20. So we're 15 now out of 25.
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm dumb. Um,
No, you're doctor.
I am Dog. Yes, you get some headway with that. Wildak, you'll learn. Maybe it's not the best thing ever, but it's definitely cheap. You learn that there are ways to source some of these components for the things yourselves, instead of, going to an alchemist and buying those things at Mergin. You can just go out into the field. It's not particularly close by, but you will be going out into the fields anyway, so you can just take a little bit of a detour and gather up some of the materials yourselves.
All right, yeah.
Because a lot
Ah,
of
yes. Gross.
those materials are things that needs to process for a while. So getting those things and having them kind of curing and resting and whatever back at the academy saves up the trouble of buying those components to then send it off to someone. So you start kind of plotting a map of where you can get those things at, where, and for how much. Which things are more convenient to just go and buy, and which things are more convenient to go and source yourselves. Especially with
Got it.
Knickknack's knowledge of alchemy, you can just... Some things you can just, make at home.
If you can't get fresh grass, store-bought is fine.
To a degree, to a certain point, you almost consider the possibility of, instead of going to a glass worker and, procure glass itself, to go and make a sugar glass. But I don't think you get
no,
the same
no.
result.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But that does give you ideas of ways to cheapen the way to make the overall thing. And Lex, you're researching the Stoner Titan. Okay, give me your Nature Arcana occultism check.
I figured out how to do the bonus properly. Yes.
There you go, 22, that's a success. Good.
Just regular, right?
Yeah, regular success.
What's the crit?
The crit would be 23 at
10
this
over.
point. The DC is 13.
Ah. Again, barely missed it. God damn it.
Yep. Okay, so... Are you guys going to the study club tonight?
No.
Oh, okay, you're not going to the study club then.
You all are
I'm
sleepy, huh?
going to rest tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You all are weak.
Lex,
I'm going.
are you... Okay, you're going. So you, Lex, give me a fortitude saving throw.
Yes. Huzzah.
Oh, you're good.
Creature of the night. Yes.
I'm supposed to be an expert in fortitude, but no. Doesn't help
I
that
am.
it's lower than my one ability that... Both of my expert proficiencies are lower than my trained proficiency. What the hell?
Ow.
You forget.
I don't have good con and wisdom.
You forget.
Aye.
Lex has a good constitution because he's summoner.
Yep.
Yes. Summoners don't sleep. Like having a child.
Because his boyfriend is tank.
Yeah, your boyfriend, your dead boyfriend, is tanking your sleep for you.
Yes.
Which is a weird sentence to just say out loud like that. But
Yes.
who knew?
Out of context, D&D is life.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay, then all of you sleep. Following day, Knick-Knack, you're rested. Visor rested. All of you are good. Classes again.
So I lose the entirety of my EP.
You lose the entirety of your EP because you didn't go to Cult Club. Okay.
Could have Swordbolt Hellfire. Let's go.
Everyone goes to class. Everyone gets another check mark on that. And then research. Let's do that again. Knick-Knack and Wildak with the lenses, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, give me the rolls.
Sleep was so good. Best research ever.
Research how to sleep. Sleep the goods.
24.
That's a success. Knick-Knack?
1 second.
Ooh.
What?
Wow.
Where the hell is that West Virginia coming from?
From it's not bless, it's guidance.
Guidance.
Ah, okay.
It's almost heaven.
Almost.
Like, okay. Do I say bless? I was gonna say heaven. And then it's like, no, my brain must be weird. Do
Yes.
it.
West Virginia, yes, the next logical step.
Vice, are you researching today? The Healing Titan.
Sure.
Okay, give me your occultism check. And Lex, give me your Arcana Nature occultism check for the Stone Titan.
Yes.
Both of you make it.
East Virginia, you monster.
I'm so funny.
Well, unfortunately for me, that song's been stuck in my head for a while. But
Oh, yeah.
for my own enjoyment, I replace West Virginia with another direction and state.
So, are you guys going to Cult Club tonight?
Is it the club?
Yeah, let's play with
Yep.
fire.
Okay.
Sourced directly from hell.
So Lex is going, Knick-Knack is going, Wildak is going. Is Vice going to the club tonight to study?
Oh no.
Sure, let's go to the club.
Okay. So everyone give me a Fortitude saving throw, DC 15 as always.
Oh, 15, great. Ooh, close one.
So Lex is good, Wildak is tired,
Yay.
I'm tired.
Knick-Knack is good. Vice is tired.
EP.
Vice is real life sleeping.
Okay. You
Translates to the character.
all get another check mark on your study bonus, and surprise, surprise, Lex, because you studied one day more than everyone else, you get the coveted +6 nerd bonus.
Ha ha! Losers.
Everyone else is
Oh.
one check mark away from that.
We're gonna get that tomorrow, though, so that's fine.
So
Brother.
the day
But
after.
the exam's tomorrow.
No, the exam is the day after tomorrow.
Ah.
So Friday, everyone goes to class. Lex doesn't even need to go. You're not gonna get an extra check mark, but you can also just go to flex on your friends.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Fuck
Oh
him.
no. Get off of me. He's flexing on top of me.
Plus
the muscles.
6, you goddamn idiot.
No.
Then
I was weak and needed sleep.
research in the afternoon. Everyone's researching again, I imagine.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Everyone's study bonus is +6 now.
Hooray.
So once again, Knick-Knack and Wildak, give me your diplomacy and crafting check. With +6 bonus now.
Nice.
Ooh. That's a critical success. That's also a crit? It is a crit. Oh my dog.
Yay. Amazing how much progress you can make when you're skipping days at a time.
Right.
And doing nothing else.
Lex, you're researching the Stoner Titan. Give me your check for that.
Awesome.
You get a success. Good. And lastly, Vice, give me your occultism check on the Titan.
What if I want the sleeping check? What would that roll be?
Well, you can just not go to club tonight, and then you will rest. And you don't need to go to club tonight at all.
What the hell, Lex?
What?
What the heck? Anyways, I'll go to the club. I cannot let them have all the fun without me.
So he's not researching, but he's clubbing. Got it.
So Vice, are you not researching? Because if you want to sleep to take away your tiredness bonus or penalty, you just don't go to study club tonight.
I'll go to the study club.
Even though it won't give you anything.
Yeah, it won't give you anything anymore. You're already at the maximum study
Yeah,
bonus.
we're
Okay, I just research, I guess.
All right.
I'm not allowed to hang out with my friends.
So give me your check. Occultism. The one reason to go to study club tonight is to, try and help Claire study. But it's far too late for that.
It's far too
is,
late
and
to
I'm
help her
tired.
study.
It is
That train left the station a long time ago, huh?
it's Fantasy Friday already.
Yep.
So Vice, give me your occultism check. And then we'll go through exams.
Ah,
Ooh,
27.
that's a critical success. Look at you.
Tilde. Oh my.
So, Vice, you make enough headway into your research that now, looking through the books and the knowledge of the ancients and whatever the heck else, you learn a little bit more about this creature. It is possible that this creature, this spiritual incarnation that grants healing to people, is called a gliminal. And then you look a little bit more into that, like, what the hell is a gliminal? And you learn gliminals are creatures that can grant positive energy to other living beings. But there's a point at which you're just completely healthy to the point that positive energy won't do anything. Gliminals have the ability to keep channeling positive energy into you. And according to the research made by people forever ago, if they channel enough positive energy into you, you just explode.
Huh.
I mean,
Wait, hold on. Does that mean does Albert get sentient if that happens nearby?
I
No, it's
don't
a different
think that was
phenomenon.
what was happening.
Or maybe another creature nearby will get awakened. Who knows?
Who knows?
But
Yeah.
an explosion happens if too much positive energy is channeled into you due to a gliminal being around and doing that.
Or just by plane shifting to the plane of positive energy.
So that's what you
That does
learn
it
with
too.
that's what you learn with your research, Vice. The healing titan can heal, but it might get overzealous with its healing and fill you up with so much positive energy that you'll just explode.
Rapture or cancer explosion? You decide.
There's more to learn about it, but that's the general gist of it. So, study is over, research is over. You guys have gone through everything. I don't think anyone's going to the culture study club tonight.
No, not before an exam.
All right.
Yeah, just gonna get rest.
All of you get a good night of sleep. You rest, and you make sure to You make sure to be at your best shape for the exam, so everyone loses your tiredness penalty. So Wildak and Vise are both back to regular. And now, you're not EP anymore. And then, once again, exams. They're coming up.
They're more likely than you think.
I hate them.
Everyone takes the time to go to your specific classrooms. So once again, Lex, you go to the bureau. Knick-Knack, you go to the workshop. Vise goes to the range. And Wildak, this time around, you don't go to the temples, you go to the sanatorium.
That is correct.
So, it is also, as it happens, a holiday today. It's Enlightenment Day, but you're not enjoying the holiday because study, or rather exams. So,
Cult.
Mm-hmm.
so all of you are level 3, which means the DC for the exam is 15.
All right.
All right.
So everyone will make the exam by rolling a d20 and adding your class key ability modifier. So for Lex,
Charisma
that is
+4.
charisma.
Yes.
Knick-Knack, that will be intelligence. Vice, I think, is also intelligence.
I'm not sure. Yes,
It's
it is.
highlighted in blue and has a key next to it on your.
Oh, it's
Why it must be intelligence?
Actually,
Why no?
it's a
No,
strength.
it's strength. Haha. Suck it.
And for Wildak, it's wisdom.
That is
Just score or modify bonus?
Just the modifier bonus. So everyone, you will roll a d20 and add that modifier to your check. And your study bonus, which everyone gets +6.
right. Which is 6.
So
Do I have to leave spaces between the 20 and the plus, or not?
no,
Not specifically.
Not any new pluses. Just making sure.
17.
No, this is a check that you don't add proficiency to.
just the modifier and the study bonus.
And what was the skill check?
15.
Made it easy.
15.
Well, barely passed.
Everyone makes it, but nobody with a critical success.
We still need to know if Claire made it.
Yeah. And all along.
More
Adavon.
importantly, yes.
Or else
Yes.
they get
Oolong.
they get kicked.
Oh,
I
no.
don't want him to get kicked.
You're so baby.
Just as a reminder,
At least one of them is.
because all of you
The other one
passed,
is Claire.
just because you passed your exams, you will get a reward from your specific branch of study. So
Correct.
Nice.
you need to open that up and look into what you want to get. Vice, you can get. You already got the warden training, so you can't get that again. But you can get a skill feat associated with one of the skills that you can get over there, which is acrobatics, athletics, and stealth. You can get the toughness general feat, get lore associated with one of the lores that you can get, and for now that's it. At the bureau,
Make it tough boy.
come again?
I want to be a tough boy because additional health is always good.
I thought you already had the toughness feat.
Did I have toughness?
You-
Oh my god, I do have toughness.
You just don't
I
have
already
constitution.
took it. I already took it from the past exam. Hold on.
No,
I
you
don't
took
know.
the other one.
From the past exam, you took the warden training. These
Yeah.
you took on level up.
Toughness is just a feat that you can have.
Toughness is just pain leaving the body.
Yeah.
I suppose that then, instead, you can, since you got toughness at level 3, I believe, as a general feat, you can replace that with another feat and move that to bonus feats. So you can choose another general feat to get.
Hold on. I'm
Lex,
trying to look at it. In where does it?
Under rules in Academy, I think, right?
Yeah, the range.
The Range.
That angle.
so Vice, what I have done in your character sheet is I moved toughness from general feats to the bonus feats. If you go to your feats page of your character sheet. So in general feats, you have an empty slot. You can grab a new general feat then, or grab one of the other things you can get.
Sure, I'll get a general fit. That sounds good, honestly. Just need to figure out which.
Yep.
Is attack of opportunity general?
I don't
That's
think
class.
so. I think it's a
That is a fighter class feat.
unbarbarian. You might need to look into that, but I don't know. In any case, Lex, being a bureau, you can get a skill feat from one of the associated skills: diplomacy, intimidation, performance, society. Look into the skill feats for any one of those. You got the haggler feat before.
Yes.
You can also get the adopted ancestry general feat. You can get a classroom lore, one of the lores of legal or kingdoms, any one kingdom, and look into that. For knickknack,
Sorry, quick question. Skill feat means I can upgrade from train to expert, right?
no, that's not a skill increase. It's a skill feat. If you look into feats, there will be skill feats, so you can get one of.
Yeah.
You can get one of those. Knickknack, same thing. The skill feats for the workshop is crafting and survival for some reason. You can get the heroic craft, which I think you did last time around. You can get the fleet general feat, which I believe adds you to your movement speed, or a classroom lore. And Wildak, lastly, you can get a medicine skill feat. You can get the quick potion exclusive feat that allows you to drink a potion with the same action you use to draw it. You can get the Kenny Acumen general feat. I have no idea what that does, or a classroom lore feat.
Right, and I've looked at those.
All right, so
I have the companion open. Is there a way to filter for the associated skills?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
There's a skill filter.
Yeah.
So if you click skills, it will expand and it'll bring a bunch of checkboxes.
Yeah, I've skill feat checked, but nothing more.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
There's literally skills.
Yeah. So I didn't see I could scroll. Okay.
Yeah.
So all three based on charisma I can check, right? Yes.
Yeah, diplomacy, intimidation, performance, and society. Check those, and you can choose any skill feat therein that is of your level. So 1 through 3.
Got it.
There will be skill feats that are higher level than that. You can't get those. You're not high level enough.
A question. There is a general feat that makes me an expert in saving throws. Or perception, which means it would increase my initiative, right?
Yes.
If it is perception-wise. No, that's good to know.
Actually, just to make it easy, because you're going to be leveling up soon anyways, you can get a skill feat up to level 4 if you choose to take one of those.
Oh my god, I'm getting spoiled. Sure, level 4, here we go.
That's not natural.
But not for general feats, just for the skill feats.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, you all go and after a long day at class, Lex, they once again bring a foreigner, but this foreigner, does not speak the language at all, and you have to talk it out with them and figure out what they want once again. There's not too much different in there from what the exam was last year, except that this foreigner is from a different culture where the customs are different, so even the greetings are different, and there's a lot of things for you to observe that is just kind of wild. Knick-Knack, the workshop once again wants people to go and come up with some sort of invention. The invention this time around is they want you all to pretty much reinvent ships. You have to get something that is heavy and make it float on water. So There's they take you to a lake, and everyone just kind of come up with their own little inventions, and then actually not a lake. You go to the fountain that is in the academy and see if they float or not, and everyone just kind of goes to town trying to get all kinds of little things, coating them with all kinds of things, alchemical mixtures, and attaching all kinds of buoyant little shenanigans to this little cube of iron that is incredibly heavy and by rights should not float. But that's the assignment after all. Vice, once again you are at the range. But this time the the range exam is less so fighting and more so a race, but the race is an obstacle race, and the obstacle race is incredibly hardcore. There's is literally spells being flung at you as you need to complete the obstacle race within a specific time or be failed. And at some point they even have tracking hounds chasing you. It's wild, but also kind of great. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. And Wildak, at the sanatorium, the exam this time around is not to participate in a resurrection ritual.
Indeed.
At the sanatorium, the exam is... You're not entirely sure how cruel or not this is, but there is a bunch of bottles, some of which are labeled and some of which aren't, and you're meant to categorize them and organize them. Bottles with medicine, poisons, and both, and all kinds of things, and you're meant to figure out what they are, label them, and organize them.
All right.
Sounds simple enough, but also it's particularly dangerous and deadly if you were to...
Sure, because there's poison out there.
Yeah. Well, poison, quote unquote. They're, medicine that if taken in excess can work as poison, and poison that if used ever so slightly has positive properties.
Got it.
Now to roll for your classmates.
Yes.
Where's my dice? Yeah, this is a D20. So, Mernk from the... what's it called? The temples.
Yep. My buddy the goblin with a wonderful fashion sense. Come on, Merc.
He fails.
No!
He gets held back in in the second term. Grangak from the workshop. He also fails and gets held back. Claire.
Come on, Claire!
Mrs. Claire Coatshield from the bureau. Unlike everyone else, she has a +1 bonus to this check.
Ah.
In other words, it's a D20 check, and the DC is a flat D20 check, and the DC is 11 for her. This is one I'm gonna roll in the open because I think you guys are gonna be invested in this.
We are invested in this.
Please do.
So Claire rolls, and she gets
No!
7.
So close.
She has no intelligence or charisma.
Don't be like that.
I mean, she has.
So it's really an 8 because she rolled a 7. So
No.
really-
The DC is 15, but everyone gets a +3, which is their class modifier bonus.
Got it.
But she gets a +1 again because you helped her study, so she actually gets a +4. So instead, I just lowered the DC from 15 to 11 and make it a flat check. Nonetheless, she failed.
Oh no! Oh, Claire!
Man, sucks.
So we'll see what happened with her next time around. Mr. Valin Kotran from the range, he rolls and he makes it.
Of course he
Oh,
did.
good.
the undying fighter gets pushed ahead. Sure. I also should roll for Zobjan, if you even remember who that is.
No.
I don't remember who that is.
Zobjan is the intern at the sanatorium,
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember him.
and he just makes it. He rolls a 12. Plus 3 is 15. He makes it. Ash from the bureau. He fails.
Oh no.
He's getting held back in second term. Olawong.
Come on, Olawong.
He also fails.
Man, everybody's failing.
Yeah, just
I
the
don't
main
know.
characters. Weird.
Lois from the workshop.
For my
She
committee middle.
also fails. She gets held back in second term. And
So
Chauvin.
how many people succeed? Hold on, go ahead.
Chauvin is the
go
last
ahead.
one to make the test. Chauvin also fails. But I don't think it's a problem because she's transferring anyways, but still.
Correct.
She has to catch up on studies because she now has to catch up on the studies for another different class. So pretty much everybody failed except for Volin and Zobjan.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't roll for the
Rough
other.
term.
I didn't roll for the other classmates you didn't get to meet, but to be fair, it is the Mount of Enlightenment, and people have been just absolutely dying with the amount of reckless, or not reckless, but relentless studying that has been going on.
Reckless
Yeah,
studying.
but we really tried to help Claire. I mean, Claire had everything that we possibly could do for her.
She did, but alas. So because you all passed your exams and you have been researching some, you get some experience out of that.
Ooh.
And you are done with studying and with the month of Fanfare. As all of you finish your exams and leave the classrooms, you kind of find one another, share the good news that you have passed, but everyone else seems... Well, you don't see none of your other classmates. They immediately after they finish the exams, they just go straight to their dormitories. Both because they're kind of sad they failed, but also because they're just exhausted from just how crazy this month has been. And
It feels bad that the bumblefucks that have been absent for half the month is the only ones that passed.
Yeah.
Yes.
go figure. Well, you have the potential, like I said.
Oh no.
This test is rigged, I'm telling you.
Uh,
Everybody who passes is gonna be sacrificed or something.
I'm gonna start acting out and learn how to make tattoos. Nah,
And,
I'm not doing that.
And well, I'm going to call the game here. There's only half an
Sounds
hour
good.
left. I don't think there's much else to go and accomplish, and I would like to stop it here. That so next time around, we can start fresh at the beginning of the next month.
No
Sounds
even
good.
bonus.
Yeah, your study bonus does get reset, and then we'll get...
No.
Yeah.
No, I like this.
Back to zero.
Back to zero.
Well, is Underground Network a real feed or from a different game but still in the catalog?
What?
A skill feed for the Bureau Underground Network, is that a thing from this game or from a different game?
Well, I'm going to bed right now. I start. It is bad that I cannot stay up, but I have to sleep.
No
Good
problem.
night, hon.
Oh, go to bed.
Night.
Have a good one. Good night, Rugo.
Get sleep, get good
thanks for
money,
the
get that
game.
PC. Bye bye.
But I'm not entirely sure I understand what you're asking, Melon.
Oh yeah.
But
You said we get a skill feed associated with the Academy.
Mhm.
And I wanted to ask if Underground Network is a thing from this game or from a different game, because I had a situation where I chose a skill feat and it's like, nope, this is not from Pathfinder, but from something else.
Underground Network.
Yes.
Is that a feat? Let me see.
Yeah.
Uncommon.
I think your problem last time was that you picked a spell that was an occult spell, but only because the class that had a unique spell of it was an occult spell casting thing.
Yeah,
No,
This is
the other time around is that you tried to get a feat that is from an optional rule we were not using. But
yeah, that's
yes.
what I meant. Yeah.
Underground Network is a feat you can get, yes.
Okay, perfect.
So you can go ahead and add that to your shenanigans.
When I dragged it to my skill feeds, something got pushed down into general feeds. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you should have dragged that into bonus feats at the very bottom.
Yeah. If you don't do that, it will display something into bonus feats.
Okay.
But it's fine.
Can't move it apparently. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, we'll get that.
Interesting.
We can get that sorted out next time around. But for
Alright.
now, I think that this is it.
Magical
Yep.
crafting is being weird in my brain.
In your brain.
Well, also in here, because for some reason it's tagged as a general feat and a skill feat. But if I look it up in general feats, it doesn't even show up. So I'm debating if me getting it previously was technically not allowed. I don't even know.
I think you can.
Let me actually just check the Archives of Nethys magical crafting feat to see if it does. No, it just has both tags for some reason.
No, some feats
weird.
have both tags, and if it has the skill feat tag, it means that you need to be proficient at the skill that you're getting to be able to get that specific feat. If it has the general feat, I believe you can only get it on levels you get the general feats, which are 3rd and every other odd level afterwards, I believe.
Yes. So, but it says here I can get. Well, magical crafting is a 2nd level feat, though.
Well, yeah, but you only got the general feat slot at 3rd level, but they are 2nd level feats for some reason.
No, because I think it might be both for some. It has both tags, whatever. Doesn't
Don't
even
worry, it is alright.
When I tag it in general feats, it doesn't even show up for some reason. Which is why I'm getting weirded out. But that's fine.
Worst case scenario, you can go and try and rebuild Knick-Knack in Path Builder, because Path Builder really shows things in the right orders.
Well, it doesn't like me getting bonus feats, I can tell you that much.
That it doesn't, but you don't need them. In any case, this is going to be it for today, folks. So,
Yep.
time to say goodbye to the stream peoples.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye, stream peoples.
Goodbye, stream peoples. Thank you, everyone, for watching, for sticking around. Sorry for being away for so long, but people were sick, and now we'll be back with Pathfinder. Don't forget to check the games on the YouTubes, and see you all later. Bye. Have a great week.
Bye.